Yes, operator come inside and so it tickler. We tickle the operator. Yes, working one woman pan them show, you know. Promoter, no must stop them foolishness there, you know. Too much Jamaican artists in a Jamaica, yeah. For do show, female. That anytime you do a show, one woman you can't find. One woman. And when you look at it, so a pure man, I know them a put the picture of them power, you know, man tap a man. I mean, they both can't, and at the face of the man, and they put on the face of the next one, you know, they must can't find something, some woman. Jamaican female artists to crowd up. You know, you can't have like one side pure female and the other side pure man, you know, but when you look, man, pantapa man. You know, pantapa man. You know, they be there. Too many men. I don't understand this. I mean, the amount of female artists in Jamaica where you can't depend show Rasta. I mean, I criticize the show because I'm going to matter if it's depend it, you know. I just criticize show in general. Because I love the show, you know. I tell you, man, I feel, I can tell you, sometimes you go out some show, and you wait for a certain artist, and all 2, 3 o'clock I come, and the artist now come on, and you get vexed, you see that show you, it done like 2 something. Like 2:30. And the reason why it gone over the 2 o'clock, I threw them a guilt award. Them a guilt award to the artists them who perform on the show. But me I tell you, man, the show is sweet. I mean, know say Michael Barnett responsible for it. Me I yell up Michael Barnett. Anywhere anybody there, tell him say, Muta Baruka say, Michael Barnett, me love your show the other night. Because I remember say, that thing they used to keep long time, you know, Heineken start time and then it get a leak. I think Heineken draw out and I say, boy, people now support them kind of show there again. So, you know, most of the time now you hear about show appear youth artists but everything of its place. And that show you say, you can keep a good quality show with artists where a performer all 50 years. when Tammy Quad company said, I say, I want to present my Marcia Griffiths, who has been doing this thing for 51 years. Me and Marcia Griffiths about 52. I tell you. Hey, me don't know nobody. I'm also going me wanted band in a this IRF. when Marcia, well, me don't know, we have named there, good at it band too. But me don't know about, hey, a long time that first thing, you know, 50 years, you know, me Alex man come and say, 50 years, 40 years, Errol Dunkley. I mean, like, wow. Respect. May I tell you, respect. I mean, I respect the show. Me respect the show because it's long time now. Me need for go on one of them show the way you just watch artists just perform. And you know, hear no terrible things are going on stage. I know see a man a run off and a run on and do 2 tune and run back on and you know and trust me I tell you man, the show was sweet. Someone yell up again. Anybody will know Michael Barnett. Not Dr. Michael Barnett, you know. Michael Barnett will keep the show what them call the place? Mascam. It's still named Mascam. Me want yell up hey, a good show. Me not like upon it, but a good show. Tell him say Muta Baruka say, I one of the best show me seen at 360 days. You understand? I mean, I look forward to Rebel Salute because Rebel Salute had some artists on it or mixing. Rebel Smart, you know, Rebel mixing. Some of them artists, you know, and put all the Congos for the show, you know. And Pablo Moses. I'm going to say all Maccabi. You want to yell up Maccabi, you know? Maccabi. Everybody knows that Muta Baruka does play Maccabi. All him know it, you know, because him get the vibes from England. But why you look Maccabi, we're in Jamaica right now for Rebel Salute. Okay. So here we are saying now. But why play this tune by Jimmy Cliff? Long time Jimmy Cliff tune. That's Jimmy Cliff in the early 60s that sings him free, nobody know one him. And the way we see things are going in Jamaica, so now, believe you me, we say Raymond Price, I don't want to say bow out, you know. Raymond Price Hey, why some things are going on this political thing in Jamaica? You see a man on the TV and say, "What? Push make a come over here so before bloodshed, you know." May I tell you, politics in Jamaica come like some cult. Hey, all people across all Africa every day that talk about this and this and this and that. Yes, so come like it then as some serious African state when we have no democracy, you know. Yes, because you expect them say democracy is at work in Jamaica, you know, one of the most in terms of people, old people like for me and so now. You have certain countries me couldn't depend on the radar, so you know, them would hang me long time. Yeah, man, them would have court martial me and firing squad me long time. You understand? So really and truly, you have a certain level of freedom of press where it's very, very active in Jamaica. But when we look at certain things in Jamaica, me ask about weird. How things can go so? You know, me really want to ask a question. I'm not going to ask it until we get some answer, you know. Them people that will left country and go up a Hope Road there, figure demonstrate for Raymond Price. Them whole heap of Coaster bus and whole heap of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And who pay for them thing there? Who in the People's National Party pay for them thing there? And I hope I know the people, their money, them take pay for it, you know. But when we really want to find out who pay for those things, I want to let the Prime Minister know who organize it. Because I couldn't, some little people from St. Elizabeth, they organize that, you know, it have some big organization that go on there. So, you know, get Coaster bus overnight for drive just like that, you know. It's not like a man of a black road, you know. Where a man just say, boy, all right, now I get up this man and block the road because the road want to fix. This is an organization put together properly. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, water. Let me call it 2 times because of the name of the water and the water in the bottle. But something smell fishy out there. Something smells very fishy and that out of the sea come. All them people they organize so for reach up at that the place if demonstrate. I mean no say I know Mama P organize that. That would be suicide if she involved in that. But me know say as some people we work under Mama P organize that. Yes, some people work under Mama P organize that and I go like say them want to come work over her. And them don't know say she are the only leaders in the group. What she tell them already know is 1 leaders. You understand? 1 leaders. No more leaders, no there. So we need to find out who organize that thing, you know. I need to go to St. Elizabeth, go ask them. Mr. Raymond Price up on the TV, I see me, I tell me talk about him. And me call him there. See the boss them there? See the boss? And this me I talk about, you know what there? Coaster like worries. No. As me I talk about it, me see it on the TV, interrupted. Yeah. Coaster like trouble. Who pay for them coaster? You think them coaster man go travel from St. Elizabeth, come a town because they love the party. They want money with a bad gas in it or gum gas. With a gum gas in it, watch it. Hey, no be I tell you this politics things are rough in the answer. No, as me I talk about you come on the TV, coaster bus like watch out. No, Raymond Price. Why we don't know Raymond Price give up? You know what next week I'm going to give up to? My brethren. Dirty labor right, plyboard brethren, trickster brethren. If I'm going to give up to you know. You know what I'm saying? It's like him in a collision with him party, you know. So you have one of the 2 most vibrant youth in the party. Get sidetracked. We don't know. Somebody Jamaican people want to find out is who organize them coaster bus there for drive from St. Elizabeth come clear at Kingston. Clear at Kingston. And when they reach the portion, they will come out and I will say, and I go say that on the radio. I can't say that on the radio. Portion they will come up on them and water them. She never come out there and throw water upon them. I said, move from the door. No, I tell you, politics. First time it was GLP, them want to try get out. Them want to try get out. Them name the only one. They want to try get out the only one. If just say, hey, she gonna try get me out. Look at my house up there, so a hospital me a build. You think you can build a big house, eh? And then now we see my wife get involved. So him they on the street now. Now we see it gone to them now. Now me didn't know, so them about me know, so them they will try call the election. For last year, me I tell you, say them will call the election March because me didn't know, so they never they will call it December. But do your things are going on? Do your things are going for them? I don't think they will call it March again. Because that time they did a plan for do it. Trust me. Them did a plan for call it March. But do you only think I go here now? I don't think they're going to try to call it March again, you know. I mean, them don't shock everybody else call it all February. No, they don't call it all February. So I don't know how far they're going to carry it go. If you call it. But Portia, well, I tell you, I know the Portia now stop walking up here running shadow, you know. Every time I see her, you know, she run. I see a local woman run behind her and try to catch up with No, every time I see Portia on television now, I run, you know. And them I talk about she old, old. She know about 70 now. Tracy? Yes. Portia about 70 now, don't it? Yeah. And a young girl that, man. Young girl that, how you mean? 70? 70 now old. You have some cougar about the place. You know where them cougar, Brian? Mm-hmm. Cougar is elder woman who they with young boys. Oh. Like how you, you know, like a 50-year-old woman that one, they with you. You know I know cougar. So, you mean you know why no cougar? Cougar have money. They give you money. What you mean? Money. You don't have to work at RFM for nothing. You just go and get money. You get everything paid for your drive, your Benz and all everything there. And all you have to do is just make sure that you're alright. You understand?
Love the cougar.
Yes. Just either whether you love her or not. You don't have to love her to make you feel good, you know. You understand? So, don't feel no way. You know, you say Mama P, you know, you say no matter about she 70 and she done. A joke them I make. Because the brother they were running the American, the Democrat there, we are running against what's your name? Clinton. How much your him is? The man they look like dinosaur. I mean, no say Sister P look healthy and track. Every time you see her, she look like yes. You know, see it? Yeah, man, she look nice. Nobody can say the Prime Minister look nice, you know. The Prime Minister look good. I know that Mr. Chala, Sister P, do me I beg you, slow down. Because I wouldn't like nothing happen to you. I don't know why you fall on them old nigga come and talk about see there, yeah man, that judgment. God never touch her, that's why she fall down. I don't want you to come show me my Prime Minister, you know. You understand? Alright. So yeah, it's what I'm talking about, man. It's what I'm talking about. Click it. You know, say, you see, anybody where I organize against Sister P, you know, say, the People's National Party do have no chance in no election if Sister P not there, you know. So no watch what I do, you know. Watch what you're not doing. Because if you not organize against her and she go to St. Thomas, maybe she bring St. Thomas to she. Don't make Sister P go in her house, go lock up and start to pray to her master, you know. Alright, so hold on and feel it. We want to know who organized those bus. We want to know who organized the bus them for go a Hope Road. Because that is a total move against Sister P. Totally. Them a move against Sister P when them do that. So, you know, them say, two little blackbirds sat on the wall, one named Peter, one named Paul. So them say, fly away Peter, fly away Paul. But guess what? When you pick them say, come back Peter, come back Paul. Let you have ears here. And that way I say, this is the cutting edge. And IRFM, we have played a tune of a Sister P. Certain things sweet me, you know, because it's the two last program I will do. See, well, the first one for the year and the one before, we talk about, well, the first one I would do was with a girl, well, people say a lecture now that me I figure it out now. We talk about Titus and the Flavians, Josephus. Yeah, I know the Bible, the New Testament and thing. And then last week, we go now and talk about Rastafari and the connection between the Judaism and Ethiopia. And I get a little run up of my treading through Rastafari from 12 tribe, from Federation to this time and thing. And you know, say, the two program them, some people are foreign here, and me get invitation already for come talk to. We don't know, but the same thing that we talk about. You know, so them can't go on YouTube and see, them not invite me nowhere, but since them go pay me still, me go. They go pay me, so, no look on YouTube and see, invite me take the plane, and look, it could have cool like coal. Me a come, you understand? I two invitation now, one in England and one way up at the top of America and so. I'm glad to the people that listen still, to that level there. And we're glad so we can share certain things to the people then, because a sidewalk university we work with, you know, and we don't have no PhD and we don't have no masters and all them something there, you know, but guess what now? We can listen and we can read and we can disseminate and we can use our intelligence and figure out certain things. So when you hear we attack, we not talk from now because we did go at this university to study that and this university to study that. We are Rasta. A Rastafari get we interested in all the things them where you hear we are say and I talk about on the radio. And we don't really want go into no subject where we can't get account of ourselves. Understand? So sometimes when people ask me if I say certain things, me say, me don't really know nothing about that, you know. So me keep on the things them where me feel like me can manage myself. That if me sit down amongst all the doctor now, me can talk to the doctor. I mean, I talk about like Fenton Ferguson. He is a dentist. You understand? He don't make a dentist go into your heart. You understand? Because I'm going to want to put a teeth in there and punch it. You understand? So we say, we know, say, there's certain subject where we not bother touch. Some people might have wondered, how come never your muta said this and muta said that yet? If you remind, we still we can't talk about it, we talk about it, you know, but we never delve in situations where we kind of look foolish. And obviously, the two programs, them never sound foolish to some professors and some students from Caribbean, them call them Caribbean, them have them thing in a university. It never sound foolish to them. So them willing to pay plain fare and pay this and pay that for come here we talk. The same thing where we talk on the continent. Anyway, you know, so we are celebrate 50 years of Haile Selassie visit to Jamaica. What people know, who cares? Not all people are interested in that. But you have whole heap of thousands, if not millions of people all over the world interested because that visit validate Rastafari in Jamaica, almost. Yeah, that visit, what I say, validate Rastafari because that visit show the people and those who wanted to understand who is this man that Rastafari is talk about? I wonder if him real. Because you have some Rasta when I start to come here, them say I know him, you know. Yeah, because them did look for all a man with locks, catch him two and all them here. When them see them say, "Cho, Babylon send them brother there, you know." A serious thing they attack, you know. Because them did expect somebody who look like them. But the majority of Rasta in Jamaica, and those who eventually became Rasta like myself, yeah, saw that move by Haile Selassie as a very, very important move, because he didn't know about Rasta from before that. I remember saying he did have Rastafari brethren and brethren who went an expedition to Ethiopia and other parts of Africa to figure out and find out certain things. So he was quite aware. And Martin Plano, who was one of the Rastaman them who I had to sit down with personally and talk to. When I say personally, I mean like one-on-one and talk to. Them share certain reasoning. You understand? So it's not like Haile Selassie wasn't aware of I and I here before him come here. Him know about us long time, and him know what we was saying and how we view him. What we was saying and how we view him. And it continue to even when him visit us all and him see the man them have some life he tell to, you know. But Haile Selassie, when him snoop and dirty Rasta them, him have to go back to the plane. No go so, you know. Because it's not the first him see Laxman. Laxman, they are Ethiopia like trouble. The Bataway people them, the Orthodox, no nonsense. Orthodox man them who lax and live up in the mountains of Ethiopia. Haile Selassie is quite aware of those people. Lax is not anti Jamaica Rasta. It's because it's we now go out there internationally and manifest this kind of cultural expression why people now says a Rasta thing. It's like me and my no shoes. I know me when a Jamaica no wear shoes. But it's just because me there in the front burner, so now everywhere me go man see me say, why I'm out and I wear shoes? A man start last night, some little illusion. Oh, the man is whenever we got the man have had some boots look like Elvis Presley boots. Like them I tell people, you know. But then again, what if me wear a boots like Elvis Presley shoes? Me never tell nobody say me not go wear no shoes. Them just never see me like it, but me never tell nobody in the world say me would never wear a shoes. You understand? It's just that nobody never see me that way yet. But that's not the point. The point is that Haile Selassie come to Jamaica in 1966 and validate Rastafari in a Jamaica. That when them all are going and want him say, denounce Rastafari if they say him are the Almighty. Him never said, who am I to interfere with a man's faith? Words of Haile Selassie. Why should you? You can't question a man's faith. You understand? And it's not the first that has been placed upon Haile Selassie, or not at first that was placed upon any emperor in Ethiopia. It's not the first the people them look upon them emperor. This has been going on for ancient times, from the pharaohs and beyond. When man used to look upon the pharaohs and say them is God, elect of God, that all man in Europe, now as we mentioned last week, Caesar and all them man, they start make themselves God. And if you not bow down to them cut off your neck. I'll throw you to the lion. So it's not a new thing, just like the locks. The locks is not a new thing amongst Rasta. Rasta is not the ones who create that expression of locks. You have some people in India named the Sadhus. Go look by your internet and find them. The Sadhus. If you ever see the Sadhus, them you don't believe that some Rasta will say, I follow Rasta. But they're not following Rasta. Not because two things is similar, it means that one come from the other, you know. Not because two things are similar, it means one came from the other. You have people in Kenya in the 50s call themselves the Mama. And that is what give rise to a whole heap of locks in Jamaica. That group named the Mama, where them leaders was locks. In Nigeria, you have locks. Locks is not a unique thing to Rasta. It's just that Rasta, what would I call it, popularize it because they use it as the most visible cultural expression in the movement. So Haile Selassie, after so much years of Rastafari, 100 years of Rastafari, 50 years of the visit of the emperor, we're still there. A fight for African people and the African race. To realize when Marcus Garvey said, Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. He's not an African. Good night, sir.
Yes, good night, Mota.
You're the Barbados, right, sir?
Yeah, they're Barbados, man. They're the conference, them having, keeping a Pan-African conference up this side, you know?
All right, the first thing I have to ask you first now. Is peer doctors and professors there at the conference from Jamaica?
No, man, no.
Tell
man.
me who. No, so what you say?
It's just three of us here from Jamaica at the moment, you know.
All right, may I ask you a question? May I ask you again, you know. From Jamaica, is only doctors from the university get invited at that conference?
No. All
right, so who
doctors? I think it's the publicity of the conference because for some reason a lot of people never get to hear about it.
So everybody, so all who there from the university pay them fare for go there?
It's peer, yeah man.
All who there pay them fare for go there?
Yeah man, me pay my fare for going.
Yes.
Come down here, Clinton, Hutton,
and Jelani,
flying, in Simon, ticket flying.
All right. So tell me, let me ask you a question now. Who, apart from Jamaica, who is represented in that conference?
You have Nigeria, you have a brother from Senegal who do a presentation, you have African Americans from the US, you have a wide contingent, and we have some of the Rastaman from Barbados did come in as well.
Yeah.
And you see, the thing that them have here in Barbados, though, is them have a commission for Pan-African affairs.
Yeah, for a long time, lad.
So them have that.
A long time.
So David Commission did there as well, and you know?
Yeah.
So them, well, a long time it did there, but now I wonder, we not have one in Jamaica.
We don't know, you don't know why.
You don't know why. We safari and all that. So we don't have them thing there.
All right, so what is expected to come out of this next Pan-African colosseum?
It's supposed to be reconceptualizing, retooling, because the frank conversation and Prof. Hilary Beckles was the keynote speaker. He gave a very provocative speech just a couple hours ago. Instead that what our strategy at the moment doesn't seem to be working, so we have to re-strategize.
Which strategy? Tell me the strategy. What is the strategy that's not working?
Well, the strategy that we in the so-called diaspora, and by the way, there was an argument that we need to rethink that term African diaspora and just call ourselves non-resident Africans. But we are non-resident Africans since the turn of the 20th century, 1900, and Henry Sylvester Williams and so forth, and Marcus Garvey and so forth. But we have been pushing hard to free up Africa, to free up the continent. So we have been doing some pushing. This was the argument that we have pushed, and we have tried to energize those on the continent to free itself up. And he said that when after the 1945 Pan-African Conference in Manchester now, so you have Kwame Nkrumah and Kenyatta and this new leadership which managed to, basically emancipate Africa from the yoke of colonialism. So in the 60s, the nation started to get the independence, the so-called independence. And the argument is that at the Durban conference now, when the African leaders were called upon to support the call for reparations, they never do that. Them did, according to Hillary Beckles, then basically,
the American did walk out. The American did walk out of the conference.
Yeah, the American walk out of the conference and England walk out of the conference. But despite that, the argument was that the call for reparations ended up not being a global call in terms of the Africans in the world. So yeah, the Caribbean was a strong front. African Americans did support the call, but from the continent, we need that support from our African brothers and the continent itself.
Yeah, but the first question I may ask is, what was it that was not? You say them need to rethink or do something. What is it that them never do? What is it that them never do? Because I know you give me a history of the whole thing. What was not done that you say was need to be redone?
Well, what has not been taken into consideration, Muta, not been paid enough attention, is that many of the so-called black nations that we assume are independent and so forth are actually not independent, because the West, basically, Europe and so forth, have through aid and IMF deals. So listen, man, if you want to continue,
you have to deal with the IMF.
You can't come to us with no business about no reparations and all of that.
So what will be
the leaders then will basically say, all right, we'll basically under the pressure will.
So what will be the new trust now? What is this new trust?
What is the refocus?
What is the refocus? Yeah.
Well, one of the things is that there's a strategy of going more self-determination, that they have to change the paradigm. Many of the countries have to become really self-determined. So no IMF deals and all of that. We have to just say no, that the people then, after there has to be enough consciousness amongst the people, when they say to the government, you will not take no IMF deal. We're not going to sit here and let you do that.
But the people in Jamaica did say that, and it never made no difference.
No, but not enough. The call wasn't loud enough.
So what them supposed to do? What them supposed to do? Parents are now. Where's the call where you mean? Where the people in Jamaica was supposed to do? Apart from what them did do already. What them was supposed to do?
In Jamaica, we have to have a united voice, man. We have to have a united voice.
If he said most...
listen, you're one party realize they will not be elected if they follow a particular policy. It's made clear you will not get re-elected if you follow this policy.
So that is what the conference are pushed for. That's what the conference are pushed for.
Well, no, it's not. That's not the only thing, but it's rethinking some of the things. The other thing is the dream of the United States of Africa. It stalled. It has stalled, right? Right now, we don't have the United States of Africa, and the AU is not moving very close to that. So we have to look at how can that be made a reality on the ground.
Are you anything put forward yet? Are too early at the conference to say? Anything put forward?
It's too early. It's too early. What's happening is what I raised is questions and issues, and how we learn from the past, that we learn from history. Because one of the things that Hillary brought up is the phony issue of compromise in the name of pragmatism. And he brought up, for instance, the case of the Jamaican Maroons. and a treaty signed with the British.
Mm.
So the reality was that was a compromise treaty.
Big compromise. Big compromise.
It's a compromise.
Yeah, big compromise.
And they weren't the only ones, you know. But we have cases where, you know, pockets of groups. But from a purest Pan-African perspective, that is not the route to go.
Yeah.
Because if you have to sell out your brother and your sister in order to gain your freedom or your so forth, you know?
They don't see the two political parties in Jamaica that them do. The two political parties in Jamaica that them are the one. You know, see them tell out the people them.
Well, here is the thing. It's called divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Right? And what is happening is what we have to recognize. If we step outside ourselves, we are still puppets. Right?
Yeah.
Someone is pulling the strings. You know, the puppet master is controlling the moves. We aren't actually controlling. We aren't in full control of our destiny. You know, this is the hard reality.
So, how you cut the string now? How you cut the string?
Some of those strings.
How you cut the string? Tell me, you feel you don't have the answer there. The Pan-African movement.
I don't really have the answers. But my thing is, how many of us recognize that we are dancing to the tune of somebody else's? Fight, you know.
Okay, so you're going to give you have a paper where you present?
Yeah, I'm presenting a paper tomorrow, you know, on two wives of Garvey, Amy Jakes and Amy.
And where Jalani present? Where Jalani present?
11 Barbados time, which is
what Jalani going to present? What is his
Jalani is not actually presenting, you know. He came to
observer.
Checking the proceedings.
Observer. You know? Okay.
Yeah.
So is very nice there. Very nice there.
Huh?
Verena there.
Verena, no.
She not there.
No. But this conference is actually a continuation in one respect of one that was held in Jamaica in 2014. Because one of the associated groups is the Pan-African Strategic and Policy Research Group out in Nigeria. So they did something with Prof. Bewaji in 2014, you know?
Yeah.
So this is the Barbados leg. But I think this one has a lot of teeth because them have the Commission for Pan-African Affairs, which has come on board.
It come like me not keep up with the thing, but it come like me not keep up with nothing because they force me hear about it.
It's the first, that's what me get to find out.
Yeah, they force me hear about it. Me never even know say it go on. Maybe I'm the only Pan-Africanist when no know say it go on.
No, you're not the only one. I mean, couple community people did know about it, but I guess the word never really gets out there. Because they send out a call for papers and they announced the conference with a email. Let me send out the email, and I don't know, the sound never really gets out there, you know?
All right, well, that's what
never really gets out.
So, how many people they do? How many professors and things they do? Yeah.
Well, it's more than professors as well, you know. You have you know, some you know, Pan-Africanists who consider themselves diehard Pan-Africanists who make the conference. I guess the reality is if more people knew about it, you have more people flying, you know? Because the truth is, I think, you know, for me passionate about Pan-Africanism and they want to
the Barbados over there, so Barbados over there, so I don't know big money for fly to Barbados. So tell me, when it going to finish? When it finish? When it going to finish?
Friday is the last day of the conference.
Friday last day.
So it's tomorrow and then Friday.
Okay. All right, well, I hope when you come forward, you can give a more comprehensive run up.
I'm more comprehensive. Because this is just the first day, you know?
First day, yeah.
But, you know, there's a lot of discussion starting and time, you know, maybe something at the back of your mind and, you know, it comes to the forefront, you know, with them kind of discussion. So the
discussion is good, man. Discussion is good. Discussion is good. I don't bash discussion, you know. You see, me not a man who bash talking, you know. Talking is good.
Yeah.
You have to talk
but,
and
talk.
Yes.
What I have to write now, Motor, really quickly is that Pan-African family in Jamaica itself, you know, we need to be having some very, very serious discussions, you know, because Jamaica has been a symbol of Pan-Africanism through Garvey and Rastafari, but I don't think we're really living up to the legacy, you know. To be honest with you, but that's another discussion, I guess, for another time. But are we living up to the legacy of our historical precedents, you know?
Yeah.
The land that gave birth to Marcus Garvey, you know? The land that gave birth to Rastafari. You know what I mean? We're being outdone by our Caribbean neighbors now, you know? That's my personal perspective, but that's food for thought. That's another discussion. See?
All right, Brethren. Give thanks, Brethren. Give thanks to the link.
Yeah, man.
And as you say, when you come forward, you can give a full run-up how we go on, yeah? All right.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That was Dr. Michael Barnett from the University of the West Indies. He's in the University of the West Indies Keyville campus in Barbados, attending the Pan-African Colloquium, the inaugural Pan-African Colloquium, Heroines and Heroes of the Back to Africa movements, Pan-Africanism, African nationalism, and global Africanism, their philosophies, activities, and legacies. And as we said, it's hosted by the Keyville campus in Barbados and the Pan-African Strategy Policy Research Group, Nigeria, in association with Commission for Pan-African Affairs in Barbados. So we hope to hear more about the movement of that group. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Yes, El.
Yes, King, greetings.
Blessed man.
Rastafari, the King of creation, that ever lived, ever faithful, ever sure.
Sir.
How is everything?
Everything is everything.
Well, Happy New One has gone to Babylonian, because the new year was start until Habib, which is April. Because we just in the 11th month, which is Nissan month. But the system said January, I never said J come before here yet. But you know, Babylonian calendar, so them do for them thing, but just living up for them time until it change and be back to
boy, you say all of that just to come say you say Happy New Year.
No man, me just I hear up there and the people them.
Yeah, man, but you tell about Babylon and this and that and all, so you still gonna say me Happy New Year.
You know, you hear me say Happy New One has gone to the system.
Yeah, they don't call the system Happy New One, I don't know, Happy New 2 and 3 too. So
anyway,
what you say now, doctor? What you say, doctor?
Why, there's a lot of things where
you call me all boy. I don't know.
No man, me say there's a lot. No man, no, this is where no man.
Yeah.
Just a figure speech. Me say there's a lot of things going on right now where the disease them is concerned, and this year, which is 2016, the people them must suffer from so many diseases, especially cancer.
Yes, cancer licked everybody, you know.
Yes, and there's so many cure for it, but there's a conspiracy going on. Because this is the conspiracy what I discovered. For the past 20 years, me I study medicine, and when me come up to the conclusion, me only find 3 cure. Immune system, alkaline of blood, and building the nerves.
Yeah, you have to alkaline your body, forget though.
That is the only cure.
Yes.
So when me take a start now, you have vitamin A that build the immune system, beta carotene that kill also virus.
Yeah.
We find vitamin D that also build the immune system.
From the sun, you get it from all the sun too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus you have various different food, fruits and herbs will give you that also. Then I find now ascorbic acid, which is the highest dose of vitamin C, where build the immune system and kill every form of virus. From cancer go straight down.
Okay.
But it have to be high doses of vitamin C.
And you don't put no rum in it now.
No, man. Come on, relax.
No, you don't say. Every time you mention something, you say you put rum in it.
Man, no, man, it's not only rum, man. Listen,
no, me never say only. Me say every time you hear you talk about something.
Yeah, but the rum is very important.
No, me never say rum no important, you know. Me never say the rum no important, but me just say.
Yes, it is important, man, because a lot of people who have prostate cancer, if they only could know, say, blend out garlic with pumpkin seed.
And rum, and
aloe vera gel, the stink Bible gel. With white rum and baking soda and raw honey. Can cure them prostate cancer.
But that sound like when you don't drink that, now you want to keep the prostate cancer.
No, King, no. Well, listen. The rum don't carry the medicine to the cells.
Yeah, me know.
Once it go into the blood cells, it kills the cancer cells.
Okay.
So eradicate the cancer cells out of the body that the person don't need chemotherapy and radiation, which is poison the body in the long run. You also have several other cure, which is tomato, carrot, and the stalk of the broccoli. The broccoli is like the cancer stem cell.
Okay.
So it eradicates cancer cells.
Juice it or eat it raw? Which one you know? You juice it or eat it raw? Which one?
No, you can extract it.
Extract. That means I juice it. Yeah, extract
so
it.
if you juice it, if some people, if you have blender, just get the natural coconut milk.
Yes.
And just blend out everything in the coconut milk.
Okay.
Strain it out.
Yes.
Put a teaspoon of the bicarbonate of soda, which we call baking soda.
Baking soda.
Good.
Yeah.
And there's a thing sell at the health food store by the name of citric acid.
Yeah, man. We know
The citric acid, now you put a teaspoon of that also in it.
Yeah.
And then you sweeten it with raw honey.
There's citric acid in orange, man.
Eh?
Citric acid in
Yes,
orange.
it's in a orange, it's in a lime. But to get it out of lime, you have to blend the orange with the skin and the lime
Then
with
I'm
the
not
skin.
your man. I have to tell the people them.
Yeah, but it still sells the same lime, but they make it in the natural farm.
Yeah.
Because not everybody know how to make it. So
Yeah.
these health food store carry these things where they can get who don't overstand. That's very simple.
And that can get you like your cancer.
Any cancer, they have many other things. Here's the next thing now. Shark liver. You see the shark liver oil?
Yeah.
It is a #1 cure for cancer.
What too much things go for cancer?
There's several things. Guinean plant cure heavy cancer. Tuna think Bible. But you have to know that there's a time with the moon, which is very important in picking medicine.
Full moon and dark night and all.
Good. 3 days before full moon or 3 days after.
Yeah.
Because most cancer is just pinworm, you know.
Yeah.
So if you can find the medicine to kill the pinworm, you cure the cancer.
Okay.
There's nothing hard in it. And the doctor them need to give the people them the high doses of vitamin C, either the injection or they give them through the saline.
Yeah.
And build the immune system fast.
Injection work faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you have to give them high doses of vitamin C, and in Jamaica you have watercress.
Yes.
The marijuana, you blend the green marijuana juice
Yes.
with the watercress and the red sweet pepper we call bell pepper.
Yeah.
Those carry high
bird
form of
pepper.
vitamin
The
C.
bird pepper. Which one?
No man, the sweet pepper we call bell pepper.
No, but we say wanted the bird pepper.
Yeah, the bird pepper is very good, but many people cannot take the spice of it because it has a blend. You cannot swallow it whole.
Yeah, man.
Anything you swallow whole, you pass it back out.
No, but it break up in your man. Trust me.
No, there's no teeth in your
No, where you don't chew it, man.
Yeah, but some people can't take the burning. That's the
Well,
thing.
you know, let me tell you something about the bird pepper, you know, because you made the doctor, but me I don't know doctor. But
No, man, you can't reason because I know everything about it.
Yeah, you say bird pepper.
Yeah.
Bird pepper now come like Scotch bonnet when you buy it, it'll burn you from now till tomorrow.
No, it don't.
Scotch bonnet does, bird pepper does burn you and stop, you know. It don't
Exactly.
take long. That's why it's good for put pan cut.
Yes, it's the powder hit.
You didn't know the bird pepper good for cut. You didn't know the bird pepper good for cut.
It's good for cut, it's good for stop bleeding, it's good for circulation, it's good for your nerve.
Yes.
It's one of the best aphrodisiac tonic in the world.
That
if you soak bird pepper in our wine, you Campari wine. Or if you get cashew wine with Wincarnis wine.
I want thing we don't like with you know. You see, I was talking about Campari wine and all them. So I'm talking about cashew wine, not about no Campari.
No, but the Campari wine is natural. More make it.
Yeah,
I just more with brandy through upon it, you know.
You see, they got a brandy too.
Them brandy no medicine for your nerves and everything.
No, we never said no.
Oh, the Muta.
No, we never said no, you know, but you know.
Muta, if you have a belly pain.
Yeah, just take some brandy.
Brandy and like a gin and put
my granny used to drink brandy like wow.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but
I don't know when I teach people them don't know no Muta.
No,
we just want them to have wisdom.
Me know, but when I said, tell me about the cashew wine.
The cashew?
No, not tell me about the cashew. No, me don't say. Instead, tell me about the Campari wine, tell me about the cashew wine, and that me I say.
Okay, well, the Campari wine is aphrodisiac. The word aphrodisiac means it stimulates man sex drive.
Yes.
So if you can get the Campari wine, it's good, but the cashew now, you get the cashew juice. But you use the stone ginger wine and blend the cashew juice.
Campari, you got that stone ginger.
No, you work with cashew work.
Mine, you work with them, you know. You work with stone and ginger and Campari and
no, I don't work with nobody. I'm a physician.
But you always you stop include them things there and the thing, man.
But at them are the medicine Muta to the people. Listen, you have a man go a bar every day and drink white rum, right?
Yeah.
Why him drink white rum?
Tell me.
Several reasons.
Why?
White rum is the only thing that go to your blood. And the fastest thing that go to your blood is white rum.
Yeah, so why I'm drinking? Not tell me what got in
drinking for several reasons because it's a medicine.
No, tell me why I'm drinking. Wait, no, man. Tell me why I'm drinking. Don't tell me what this is.
Tell me that I'm drinking for several reasons for medicine. Because it have several medical purpose.
The man will go have rum bag or drink rum every day and medicine can go take.
There is a medicine intake. But some people overdose themselves with it.
Him take it for medicine.
Then a medicine, white rum and water is
no, me never say, me never say rum and no medicine. No, listen to me. Me never say rum and no medicine. No, me say, you will tell me, say, everybody will go a rum bag or drink rum and medicine go far.
Then a medicine I drink. But some people intoxicate themselves too much.
I never tell no medicine I drink. I say, if him go there, if he get medicine.
The motor, where you got a bar for? A bar is like a hospital.
When me go a bar for? Me no go a bar if me want some money for change. And me can't find nobody for change. Me go to the bar to change the money for me now.
As a brethren, you don't drink no form of what they call alcohol then?
No,
like
sir.
Guinness, Red Stripe beer.
No, sir.
All right, it's a Guinness. Me teach you this. Guinness is a #1 cure for heavy human disease.
Yeah, me
But
know.
2 things missing from the Guinness.
Wow.
There's a vinegar named organic apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, but no, but wait there. You just say it cure every disease. And
Yeah,
you know
but
you have
yeah,
to
what
something
needed
missing.
to it? Now listen to Muta,
So
man.
where needed for? If you say it cure every disease already, what
Muta,
I need something
there's
else for?
something have to add to something to make it more potent.
No, but you just say the #1 thing for cure
Yes,
every
but
disease.
something have to add to it to make
That
it
means it's not.
potent.
But so Guinness by itself is not the #1.
No, the organic apple cider vinegar have to go with it.
You know that you for say,
with
man.
the organic baking soda.
Yes.
Those 3 together,
Yeah.
I just put the organic
It
apple
cure
cider
everything.
vinegar on
It cure everything.
There's nothing in your blood with no cure. Because
Cancer,
it's a
everything.
toxic from your body because
Yes.
it make with a thing named apps.
Yes. Me know the
Malt.
apps, man. Me know apps. Me used to
Barley.
get the apps.
Wheatgrass. These are the things that make up Guinness, but many people don't understand how medical
Yeah.
purpose it is.
Yeah.
You can wear some salt in a Guinness.
Before you turn doctor, where you used to do before you turn?
Before me turn doctor,
Before, yeah, nobody.
No, me not turn nothing more than
Me know
the
that you
father
gonna say.
way,
Me know that you gonna say though. Me
when you know that me not gonna say, me no
Me know
understand.
that you gonna say. But say no turn. So me know say
Muta,
never
I'm a
turn.
musician, Muta.
He's a musician.
I sing music more than anything else in the
So
world.
you me not have none of your CD them.
That is the thing I'm going to explain to you now, Muta.
Yeah.
Me serious this year right now.
Yeah.
There's a site named MySpace with King Ya Rastafari Johnson, or King Ya Rastafari 842.
Bah.
There's over 60 different music on it for me.
How you tell that?
Right?
Who
Muta,
that
me send music to your studio, to
No,
Irie
me not
FM.
have no studio. Me not have no studio.
No, to Irie FM
No,
every
but
week.
watch out. Me and
every
IRF.
DJ down there.
Yo. Me and IRF. You know, you have to send the music to me
Muta,
personally.
there's a lady named Miss Davis, you see? Where
She no work down here, so she work at town.
Yes, is it she?
Yeah.
Every time we go to her and give me music, she send it down there to Hebe, put every radio this jacket down there.
But
I
no,
hear
no, but-
me I sing Muta when we go in our studio, me do 20
So
songs.
you don't have the #1 tune for go cure this.
Muta, me have more than #1 song. Everywhere me go forget I give radio station me song and two me no give them the money, the music then cannot be heard. If you
Yeah.
ever hear the music, them hear it pop up, Muta.
You see,
That's
bro?
me a spiritual
That's
person,
that- look, you
spiritual
know,
conscious
but
music.
and that you want, no, you want me to listen to your music made pop up for come to you now for give you money for cure me.
No! No, it's just a figure of speech, man.
You love
Because
figure.
I'm a
You
lyrical
love
person.
figure. You love figure.
Me no write music, Muta.
You just target off of your tongue.
No, it just write in my brain. And once me hear the rhythm, me just
Alright.
put it out there live. And
You know what you need now? You need to go get some brandy.
me need to go get some brandy?
Yeah, forget the music out of your brain and write it on paper.
No, me no need to do that.
You don't need to do that.
A 3 DJ in Jamaica.
So,
the
let me
best.
ask you a question. So, you
Superstar, Ninja Man and
hold
me.
on now.
We don't write music. We don't need to do that.
Yeah, what me asking now? You mean you don't need to? Listen
No,
to
we
me.
don't need to because it already inspired in our brain.
You're
We
going to
just
listen
need
to me
to
and you're not
rhythm
going
and put it on it.
May you go on nice, you know. Don't may you go on nice.
Then we not go on next.
So
but
listen
that-
to me now.
know
So
you
listen
want
to
me
me.
is?
So listen to me now.
Yeah.
All right. You have something named written music and songs, like words for songs. You can make money off a word song. Eventually, maybe a man hear your song and he want to teach the children and put it in the words and then study the lyrics. So the lyrics, if you go up on YouTube right now, you have certain deep video where you watch and you can get the lyrics of the song on the video.
Yes, me understand all of that.
All right, so you see lyrics right now, the written word is very important to the legacy of
I
our
understand all of
artist.
that for copyrights and everything.
So what you tell me?
I understand all
so
of
what
that.
mean?
But as
So
we
what-
say,
that don't mean
when
nothing
it
to
comes
you.
to music, Muta,
That don't mean nothing to you. When me
I
just say.
hear. Yes,
No.
it means something to me, Muta, because
Okay.
my work, and my work
Yeah.
is very important too.
So it not gonna make no difference in how you structure your music, no, by writing it down. It not gonna make no difference to you, when me say.
Yes, it make difference.
Okay.
It make difference. Everything make difference in your life, you know, Muta, because each one teach one, the more you live, the more you learn, you know.
You need to have the lyrics, the words, them, that it can have a legacy when you left. Say, these lyrics, like Bob Marley lyrics now,
Yeah.
a very important thing in our universities, colleges, and all these
Yes,
places.
we understand all of that.
All right, sir.
All of that.
Yeah.
Because this year, definitely. And Muta, what if I have to, one of them days, I definitely have to come and sit down in here and read.
No, me know why you sit down in me.
No, just sit down in your show, man.
No, me know why you sit down in me show. No, me know why you sit down in me show.
Muta, relax, man. Roger, I hear me, I listen to you,
Hey,
you know.
no,
From your
no.
little pit, you know.
For your little pick, so we have to
From your
know,
little
old
pit,
man.
me, I listen to you, you
You're
know.
a dinosaur then.
Right?
Yeah, me a dinosaur because you sound like you're older than me, you know.
No, I'm the oldest man alive.
Okay.
Because the planet belongs to we. But because life is reincarnated.
All right, you know, we're going to move low, you know, we are going.
Love is
A long time ago. A long time ago. Don't
respect, man.
And you know, this man not argue tonight.
No, we don't need to argue.
All right.
Let me tell you something.
No, if you continue, I know you're going to argue. If you continue, you're going to argue.
No,
so
life means liberty.
Good
and
night.
life means love.
All right,
respect and care for one another.
Love, Regine.
Every time.
Isis. Yes. This is the cutting edge on RFM, may I tell you. Okay, here we go again. Here.
Good night.
Good night. How you doing, Mama?
I'm good.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
I know you're from
I was
the
trying
New
to
Star.
tell you that from Thursday gone.
Oh, you not try to tell me? So what stop
Yeah,
you? We
but-
stop you.
I don't know. But you pick up every 4 line away from my one Thursday.
You know, them a try to separate we. I noticed that, you know, them a try to separate we, you know. And them not, it not gonna work.
They don't say that can't go.
No, it not gonna work. Oh, it not gonna
Why? I second you big up start time, you know, man.
work. You did it, eh?
What you mean?
They know me no joke. Oh, God.
So, I love every moment I.
Me should have put up my foot up and the year make you come yell me, man. Oh, you could have gone there and I don't see you. Anyway, I one plate, I one plate, me set up the whole night doing and I move it up. One plate, me set up and I don't move at all.
It was lovely.
Oh gosh, man, it's sweet like a sweet.
May I attend them show there from a Heineken start?
Yeah, man. Probably it's been long for the other one where Mascam long Oxford Road, Oxford.
Yeah, man.
But the one that was like the biggest one me ever to keep doing now. In a all wait name this in all of them show there start time and the biggest one that me ever see.
Right, man.
Yeah, the biggest one, trust me.
I them kind of show them love.
Oh man, it's sweet, man. It's sweet.
Me enjoy my money's worth.
Yeah, well, me never pay going, but me enjoy it.
I am master of the crowd rap.
Oh gosh, man. But hey, watch out, everybody have the crowd a rap, man.
Yes.
Everybody have the crowd a rap.
From start to finish.
Yeah.
Even Frankie, I'll do him
Frankie
up
Paul,
man.
sick,
Nice, man.
You know, say Frankie live in Africa.
Eh?
Yeah, man, him have all them wife them down there and all them things.
I tell you, man. You know, me have a second motor upon it, you know, man.
Yeah.
Really nice.
All right, give thanks, Mama. Give thanks.
Motor.
Yes, Mama.
I like the selection, then you start to show it, you know.
Watch out.
It's when you say you know a woman out there why you play back at Tony Gregory.
Tony Gregory
Me have one.
we know that one. Definitely.
All right, let's take care.
Give thanks.
All right.
Yeah, man, that is Irie Muma, you know. You can't get rid of her, you know. You can't get rid of Irie Muma, you know. Oh, and she run Irie Muma things. We could go back to this tune here. Right now, cutting EL.
Oh, blessed love, Mutable.
Blessed love, how you doing, man?
My beloved, one perfect love. You know, I listened to you last week in the spirit of Haile Selassie I.
Yes.
And I have a book in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm calling, and for hours I just can't get you. The book...
Last week you try to get me?
Yes. The title of the book, Kings of Kings.
Okay.
And this is the newest book and one of the most authoritative book written on the Emperor Haile Selassie.
Who write it?
It's a member of the royal family. His father was Ras Amaret.
Yes.
And I tell you, Muta Baruch, I'm listening to you and you're saying 50 years ago when Haile Selassie came to Jamaica, to you knew not the significance of that.
Yeah, never met no significance. It wasn't of no significance.
And so in the now, in your spirit of transformation, going through 12 tribe of Israel, then unto Nyabingi, and to the present moment, Muta, where Haile Selassie I is now. It is so relevant now, Muta Baruka, more than ever.
Yeah.
So we look at 1974 and the history of Mengistu, and we look at the Red Terror in Ethiopia, and we look at all the bloodsheds, and we look at the abuse, and we look at the repudiation of Haile Selassie's name. But Muta, I tell you, even though this man who wrote the book, He wrote it from an objective stand, and you could read it and feel as if he's even trying to repudiate Haile Selassie the First. But I tell you, when you read through the lines, Muta Baruka, Haile Selassie the First, who is like unto thee? And how it is that we as a people today can become like unto him. And we were speaking, we were saying, well, Haile Selassie the First represent an empowerment for a people to break colonialism, white supremacy, and the bondage of European supremacy. Muta, the book is such a gift, but you have to read through the lines.
Wait, don't say, well, you giving me as a gift?
No, I am saying this is a gift.
No, me hear what you say, man. Me hear what you say, man.
Okay. It is so divine, Muta.
All right, so you want to Abazira, a 2 book you owe me now. You owe me the Josephus book. Josephus book and the King of Kings book.
And now the King of Kings.
2 books you owe me. I will not entertain you calling me all while and whetting my appetite for reading with books, and then I don't see them because I'm not.
Well, listen now.
And I need to travel.
You'll be seeing me and Jalevi on the 5th.
The 5th hour
of February.
Okay, you better come quick here because me I left at the 10th.
Well, we will be there on the 5th. We have an appointment at Tough Gong on the 7th and the 8th.
Okay, all right.
And you have to be there. So there
but I will not be there if you don't bring the 2 books.
Well, we will be bringing you at least one.
Tell you bring Jalevi, you bring one, and Jalevi I bring the other one.
And Jalevi bring the other, all right?
No,
we spoke with your beloved yesterday, Glenn Brownie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and so we're going to talk to you off the air, all right?
Yeah, man, give thanks, Virgin.
My beloved,
yes. The 2 book them, still remember them, yes. King of Kings, him said the book name. We have to get those books, and time people recommend those books, you think say, we never get them, we're going to get them. And as a matter of fact, Kirky, I don't know, Mitzi, as the book wants them now, you need to hear where the brethren just call and talk about this book, King of Kings. I've never heard or seen that book before. So I put one for Melissa now, I forget. This is the cutting edge, and I refer there with you. You know, say, we are talking about the 50th anniversary of Haile Selassie visit to Jamaica, and how them tried to use that visit to get rid of the philosophy and opinions of Rastafari by trying to coax His Majesty to tell the Rastafari community that him is not no God. And from 1966 to now, it's 50 years. 50 years of Rastafari after Haile Selassie visit. And guess what? It grows stronger and stronger. 1974, them tell us Haile Selassie dead. When we are go up and bust a man about, yes, Rasta, no God dead, what are going to do now? I say, look at this now. But guess what now? From 1974 till now, we're still there. We're still there. And we're going to there until them tired to see our face. Because them can't get out of this race, you know. You understand? It's African liberation we are work with. African liberation, yes. Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we have to listen to you.
Rumbling.
Oh, you much time you play your tune, no? You can't complain, you know. You can't complain, you know. Yeah.
Me get me Christmas gift. And me get me New Year's gift.
But I want to tell you now, people are asking me to play it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Me glad to know that.
Yeah, man. People call me and say, Muta, you see that tune there, boy, you play that tune next week and I will play it back. So you see, say, after so much years.
Muta.
Yes, sir.
The sweetest thing to me from Christmas to now.
Yeah.
Abazira.
Yes.
Eloquent.
Yes.
Profound.
Yes.
Brethren.
Yeah, man.
Me tell you, say the man, hey, me tell you, Muta, me say, the man make me cry a while ago, you know.
Eh? But the King of Kings book?
Yes, believe it.
That's easy for cry, Rasta?
No, me no mean another circumstance.
Alright.
But what me I say to you, me I listen to the man from remember the last time the man come on recently from in the holiday?
Yeah.
The man touched me up.
When we not talk about your sea first. When we not talk about your sea first.
Exactly, my brethren. Muta, me there alive and well.
Yeah.
Kicking.
Give thanks, man.
Me there, brethren, and me just give thanks to the eye. Oh, remember me, cause the wickedest thing in our time, you know.
Brethren, me can't forget you. Me can't forget you, man. Me can't forget you, brethren.
I tell you.
You see, from you a call from in the 90s, then I say, a Rumley. Me can't forget you, brethren. And one tune, you always ask for, how can you forget somebody who a call for one tune?
I tell you. Even though the time never right, but me I tell you, you make it right.
And you cry now?
No. Them to dry your tears. If you ever dry your tears.
Dry up your tears and come.
Brethren, give thanks.
Oh, you mean, man?
And the man said, love you like Aki, you know.
Yeah, me love you more than how Jesus love little children.
Oh, my word, me I tell you. Blessed love.
You know,
take care.
Brethren, me love you, you know why? Because you're there with me from 1990 something,
oh,
you know, remember. And you're still a listen.
You want a cassette to me after the eye. You may never know.
No, me need to come check you, you know, I need to come check you because me need some program where me not have the cassette again.
Oh, my word.
Some program from the 90s there.
Link up.
Yeah, all right, so blessed, yeah?
Every time. Lovely into the world.
Oh, you mean? Yes. Yeah, I will be doctor here, yo. I will roughly dog the rum there. All right, yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
How are you doing, Musa?
I am doing okay.
I am the young lady who was called last year from Dallas.
From Dallas? Oh, yeah. You have played back a thing. I played back up many times. I played back too, you know.
You know, I listened to your program religiously, so I heard it.
You heard me play it back?
Yes, and I am so, flawed by it. I really appreciate it because it's a topic that many people don't talk about.
No, man.
And every time you play it, my heart races. I'm like, oh my God, he's playing it again.
Yeah, but you're most afraid to talk those things. So it's very important, especially now, like how you live out in America, you know, it's more relevant, you know, than any time else.
That's true. So appreciative of your voice on the radio. You have no idea.
Give thanks, ma'am. Give thanks.
So I'm calling about the touchy subjects again. You're welcome.
What?
So I'm calling about the touchy subjects again.
Yeah.
The touchy subjects you said to me the last time that I should always speak and don't be afraid to talk.
Speak truth, man. What do you mean, man?
Okay, so I just want to, again, thank you. Just your presence, your voice on the radio is such a breath of fresh air, where truth is concerned, where, where I project myself to be in my future, because I really appreciate Rastafari and the message that Rastafari has brought to the people and the culture in itself. So whenever I listen to you on the radio, I feel so much closer. It's like going to church.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So what I'm calling about is something that I have realized where reggae music and Rastafari is concerned. There is a bit of gentrification and usurping of the music and its origins by Europeans.
Yes.
I see it online, and I even found myself in a debate with a white American about the origins of reggae music. So right now it's being said that reggae music is a multicultural, multi-ethnic music.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm from the Caribbean. I was born in St. Lucia. And I cannot recall any time where, I could pinpoint a person or, outside the African race that had anything to do with the origins of reggae music. So I just wanted to ask you, are there any Europeans that are responsible for the origin of reggae music?
I don't know of it. So somebody can call me and let me know. But I don't know of any Europeans that was responsible for the origin of the music. But as I say, I wasn't there in the beginning, but I know that reggae music, according to the people them who was there, reggae music come out of a studio when certain musician was playing. You know, we had a brethren by the name of Bonnie Striker Lee, we call him Bonnie Lee. He is a producer, and we had him. We had Derek Morgan. We had who was calling that night. Anyway, they was talking about which was the first reggae music and how it eventually became reggae, how it evolved from rocksteady to reggae. And they was telling us the riff that was played in the studio was the musician in the studio was playing it, and it came out. Them say the first reggae song was a song named Bangarang by Stranger Cole. You see, so I don't know.
Okay.
I've never heard anybody say no go so, because people also say that another tune named by the Cables named Baby Y, and the next one named Nanny Goat, which was all done by Jamaicans and all played by musicians, Jamaican musicians in the studio. I have never really heard of any European in those studio times that changed the beat or the rhythm of the music. I don't know of it. I say I am not an expert in that, but I've never heard of it. But I am going by the people them who was there. Them say at a given period of Jamaican music, it evolved from rocksteady to reggae, and some musicians in the studio and them play it that way there.
Okay. Because my perception of music is that it comes from a people. It comes from a singular people. It comes from whether it be oppressive times, the struggle times, and it actually comes from the soul of a people. So I found it very difficult to accept that the music is a multicultural, multi-ethnic music.
But sister,
I think because we live in to accept that the music is a multicultural, multi-ethnic music.
But sister,
I think because we live in
because I show you something. You remember I say a black people originate blues, you know?
Yes.
Blues. Right now, the biggest blues artists them right now are white artists, you know. A black jazz come from black people guts, you know. The biggest jazz musician them right now is white people.
Right.
So don't feel no way if you hear say the biggest reggae artist them right now is white people, because that is how history go. And we can't, up to now we don't learn from history, you know. Because we're going to see them complain how them take with the music from me, and them really and truly, if you look on this, the biggest selling album them right now, reggae album them, is white bands are played. You know, Billboard said Miss Stone is the #1 reggae artist for last year. It's true, she said the most reggae album. She said the most reggae, I mean, her album is saying as a reggae album. She said the most, I can't fight that. A Billboard set up that. Billboard, she sell more reggae album than that. So we can't really, you know, I mean, that is something we said for a long time, where black people come up with something, it gets usurped, take away, and then you say, you know, you saw your boss say Bob Marley is a white man.
Yes, like part of the argument is that, well, Bob Marley is biracial, but to me, according to what Bob Marley identifies as,
all you have to do is listen to him say, man. All you have to do is listen to him sing. Listen to him sing and you will know. Anyway, hold on, sister, hold on. The time is 1 minute past 12 o'clock. Cutting Edge, yes, Cutting Edge.
All right, man.
Oh,
you know, what the princess that I talk about now, the usurpation, right? You know, say, maybe the one them who I talk to her, the ones who I talk to her, but them I say origin. Maybe I just a dissemination them I talk about. You know, like Chris Blackwell with Bob and them thing there. Cause you know, most of them people there look and say Bob a reggae.
Oh, so him started like
you know, no people that recognize Bob.
Yeah.
And he coming like a him and Mr. Reggae.
Yeah, but we know different.
Chris Blackwell.
Yeah. But we know different. We know different.
Yeah. So what I say?
No, I said we know different.
Yes.
Mm.
You know? But some people don't really go around and the full thing and know the full thing before them start go out and talk a thing.
Well, that's why she come ask me now, because she don't believe them. She don't believe them.
That's what I'm saying. And them want it to be so they must spread it like that.
Just like what them do with jazz. Just like what them do with blues. Just like what them do with rock and roll. Just like what them do with rock and roll. Music.
With everything.
Yeah, you know.
Then do it with Jesus, then do it with the Messiah, whatever, then do it with... Then when remember, I can't forget the first time I hear about the man named Diop.
Shekinah Diop.
Yes. And when I talk about how the European them take the cradle of mankind and the origins of man.
Yeah.
And when them couldn't, when them find out the man was in Africa, the first person there.
Yeah.
And them couldn't dispute it no more. Them try to redesign the map now to say, what this one have really Africa.
Yeah, like Egypt. No, that's why Napoleon go lick off the Sphinx, the nose of the Sphinx.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so just so you go.
Yeah,
you know,
man,
everything then try when the whole statue them down in Central America, that's how it favor black man. So they must say black man must have people
the Almic them and all them say that.
Yeah. They must say no. They must find every other excuse.
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
You know, and them try to take everything to say, well, yeah, so it start. Well, them do it. Yeah, Prince Henry, the navigator.
And they have done a good job of it too, because you still have some little doctorate and lawyer and thing who actually believe that. Yeah, man.
Because it's so in our minds, like when me the young and I go to school, the whole heap of things you feel some white man that do them, you never know. We never know say a black man when me the American I start read some books, certain books. And my mind start to open up and me see them things there. You understand? When me all Aesop fables. I think I was there talk about the dog with the bone.
Yeah.
Aesop fable where the greedy dog losing bone.
Yeah, man.
Understand? You know who that dream for? Me name dream for Aesop and black man.
African slave.
Yeah, most of Ethiopia.
But if you tell some people that them say no go so, because the Greek them show you different, you know. Them don't it's like how Beethoven is a multiracial person. And nobody will tell you that Beethoven, the first time you go to South Africa, go say that on radio, you know, right to the amount of call. We come on the radio in Cape Town, you know, we get them fools from a thing, you know, say the woman who control the radio station will invite me there, one white woman, she go and go find out, say, a 2 minutes attack. Yeah, man, it's terrible. So,
try, so you run to go prove you're wrong and buck up in a stone.
Buck up the right.
That's how it go.
No, man, that's a serious thing with these people, you know, Rasta. And we as African people get caught in it so much that when we attack, no, like me and you attack, no, you know, it sounds like a we have no sense, you know.
Ever since, you know, because when you're small, me, you talk about it all the time. When you're small, when me is small, when you are say a thing and you know a thing and you say it, nobody now believe it till a white man
come say it, yeah. And more when me have to play some white people say the same thing when me I say. Because I know all the listeners them stay. That when Muta say it a madman, but when them hear white people say it, no, them feel better and say, oh yeah, that's all, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, Brethren.
All right, Brethren.
Yes.
Yeah,
man. This is the cutting edge on RFM, man. It's a serious thing with the sister talk about, and when, well, I don't know how you're going to protect it, because you're musician, them not here. Because right now, well, if a musician in a Europe, for instance, now, them a claim say them can't carry your band go there. Only if a musician now, because I don't want to lose a little euro them. Them tell them say when them come up there, all them do is send him tape, send him CD, and them will get some band. When you look on the stage, him one as a black man up on the stage. Me conscious of them thing there, you know. Me conscious of them thing there. There's no way me could have left Jamaica. You know, and have my song them. It's not even like them I use CD, you know. Like tracks. I can't tell what tracks going on. Not even like them I use tracks, you know. Them man, them do first time Every man carry them ban. Now them are tell you about why economical restraint. I know economical restraint to catch them, you know, because them are keep the same festival them year in, year out. You go to the same place them and you play the same place. You understand? Certain people now can't carry a ban because the plane fare too high and the hotel, you have to go get hotel and the answer. So you know, they will take you alone and they will take a ban and back you up there. And when them back the artist, you know, them have video it for sure the next artist say, but watch out. This artist come and the band back him, you know, and the band back him good. So why not you? You understand? Me not them joke there with nobody, you know. Me glad to me a poet. Me can't go there without any band or any tracks or anything. I just go read my poem by myself. You know, see, because no guy now will get me trapped in that. No guy not going to get me trapped into this thing about me can't carry my musician them and them can't afford. Before me not go Rasta, me stay here so. What you mean? What talk to the lizard them and me have some serious rat now, rat teeth, me ring the other day and me get it back. The person I work with me get back me ring. Teeth me ring. That's a Regine would I prepare to talk to the rat. Say rat, tell me something. Oh, not deal work all the time, work all the things. So the teeth me ring. Carry the ring going I'm next to, you know. And it's an accident, me catch find back the ring and I look how my ring big. If you ever thump you with this now, you know, you done stop work, you know. You understand? The rat draw me ring to rat in. Anyway. And then that story that. Yes, cut to the edge. Yeah.
Hey, Mota.
You're blessed.
Yeah, I'm a turn on the radio a little bit. I need to talk to you about that.
Oh, you have to turn on the radio, then nothing of Regine.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down now, man.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm a principal radio, man. Alright, but more, beat is a long time and a reason why they are still, you know? Now, listen, my reason why they want cut past stepping razor, man, but I listen to some 1990 beat. Same place to my bed, I'm lie down and listen to their
Give thanks, you know? Give thanks.
Yeah, man, I listen, you know? All them.
But so like you come with a bomb, you know.
Yeah, man. That's reason with that. Yeah. Chris Gale, me I got touch reason with your pan.
Chris Gale, yeah, where you talk about? Then that no talk over and what, when you go talk about Chris Gale?
Yeah, where me I said, man.
Yeah.
Chris Gale, I'm my boy, see him?
Chris Gale, your boy?
Yeah, man, I'm my kid.
Okay. Then you know the Australia with him?
Yeah, no, man, yeah, where you say, man. Listen me, man, no, me I say, no. Them man, they can't get any girl. See him?
Man, they can't get any girl.
Any girl.
Eh?
Yeah, man.
I saw you have him. I saw you have him.
Yeah, I saw me have it.
So we say every woman want Chris Gale.
Yeah, man. Listen, a simple thing, you know, but you say, I'm not. What me blame him for star?
No, wait there. You are trying to tell me, say no. Every woman want Chris Gale.
No, I did not say every woman want.
You say Chris Gale can't get any girl.
Any girl. Once him approach her the right way.
Yeah, him go get her.
Yeah, man, because.
Okay.
Because that woman, you know, told me the things.
And you can't get any girl?
Yeah, so mama can't get any girl, man. I did go to talk to you.
I saw girl, easy forget.
Man, the point is, no more.
You have to go teach me, Virgin. You have to go teach me.
Nah, man.
What do you mean, no, man?
When I put the boat, I'm tell you something. There's like a thing called principle, you know, a time and a place, you know.
Everything, yeah.
You understand me, I say?
Yeah.
And whatever I'm team in a white man country, my lord, you just got to be a go, you know?
Yeah, well, them charge him 7,000 already.
Yeah, but white man, you see, white man, remember, say white man don't like black in Belgium, and you see, when Chris Gale can lick a ball and lick it and all, I think white man, they must say, oh, indeed, the 10-6 back one another, 6-6 back one another. Them not have energy, them not have strength to do it, them do anything to bring you down, isn't it?
No, but I know them bring him down, Bridget.
Yeah, well, he might bring down himself.
Yeah, then I blame white people for that far.
Yeah, you know, like more reason with a party. The river where you have my years here, go over what here.
Which river?
Over, Templar, the man.
When we go over the other day?
Yeah, I used to beat another river, then I moved up.
Which river? Me go over there. Where you say go over there?
You should have river there now. I'm telling you where you're going.
What me that talk about the river? Say? What me that talk about the river? Say?
You say you go over there, you see them like...
them fields. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now, you should have river there now. It's where you turn to go to Lawrence Tavern. You go down the road there, you know, and you go across Mall Road. You know, less than 6 road then. See? And the river there around that corner there. We used to go around and go there, a nice cool up there.
Them no find a river. You see them no go a river. Me go a part of river there with clean, you know.
Yeah.
Travel way through that some bush and go round, way around. Me never tell you which part I'm going to come in and balance go. Me know people go around it. Me know people go around it, you know. But you see when me go around there yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes. But it was naked up and locked and watch and everything and nobody around there.
Yeah, man, when you come out, you feel refreshing, don't you?
Oh, you mean in a river, man? I don't know to river. Nobody no up on top of me.
That's your man,
I watch them cars and all them something there. You know them.
Yeah, one more thing. I mean, you hear sing man, you know, me have one bam tune in the motor.
But wait there. You stop talking about Chris Gayle already?
Man, Chris Gayle, I don't debate on Chris Gayle.
But me think about, but you tell me you want reason.
Alright,
you build me up and let me down quick, man. I think I got reason about Chris Gayle as some profound thing when me never hear before.
Alright, you are going now.
Yeah.
Straight up where I go on.
Yeah. A wrong program you have doing on. It's not straight up.
No man, I reason with a straight up.
Go on.
Alright, Chris Gayle now is a man where, boom. Him done a show, done the play thing, come out, like this woman here, you know. See?
Oh, you know him like the woman.
Then the point is all I made have to say, I'm like your eyes, you know. And then after I'm done reason with her, it's like, I say, baby, I know some more reason with you.
Where that brother you come from? You know what, if you never tell you, I'm leaking with half a brick, you know, where you come from?
Yeah, man, half a brick. No, man, listen, man, the man was supposed to do, man. No, man, like a camera.
If you never tell you, I'm leaking with half a brick.
Listen, I'm my brethren, you know. There's a time and a place for everything.
What you say your brethren, you mean?
Chris Gayle.
Like come here, your brethren, I don't know what you tell me. Oh, what you say your Chris Gayle a good brethren, what you mean? Tell me.
Motor, you say Chris Gayle.
Yeah, them spar.
I'm my brethren in the cricketing world.
You spar with him?
No, I never par him, but I take him on a bridge in the cricket.
All right, sir. All right. Me understand you now.
Understand me, I say.
Yeah, me understand you now. Yeah.
Michael Holden, Jeffrey Dujan.
Jesus.
I'm saying.
Yeah, Jesus.
But what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it straight then to you. The man should have just do say, boy, all right, boom. Relax and wait till him catch the woman run away. Could I get her on a simple, you know? If you'll notice, and this now the woman talking about, the man get the girl, but the man did the thing wrong.
How would I really come from?
Of course, I said, man, a girl.
Where you
name? My name, Diego Jones. I mean, I sing no man.
Hold on. Me not hear sing no man. I don't listen to people that sing a man in time. Listen to me, I say no. Enter you see me on the road. Tell me, say you the call when I talk about Chris Gayle.
You are going on. Me not.
Tell me.
I don't know good enough. You have to, when we come on highway, and come link you.
No, you have to come when we have the half a brick.
Said it me. Buta, you are going on. A long time I listen to your program, and a long time I read.
And you never know something so violent, don't it?
I'm never violent, man. I joking you that one, man. Because you can't live with half of it. Hey, Buta.
Yeah.
You know, so still them years of youth, I try to say, you have some rhythm there, I say, John, you know, some one to rhythm them do.
To my rhythm them?
Yeah, man, we do some dub point upon, man.
Take them, man.
Alright,
we have to move though, because I have fun for about 20 minutes now, trust me.
Alright, so, you know, I love that program, big up.
Yeah, man, I love you too. Give down, yes. Alright. The man don't easy, you know, sir. If I tell me what Chris Gayle should have done, you know. But see, the man come with some profound reason, you know. Me I get nervous, you know. Me so tell yourself, make me play a tune for go to the bathroom, you know. You really hurt me, you know. The man come and tell me them foolishness there. Anyway, I swear it go. Me gonna play back the data tune. That's what I'm playing. For me love that data, you know. Victorious vibration. Trust me. Yes, powerful poem, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Call back because you want me to forget to ask you a while ago.
Yeah.
You play shoot. My girl, her name Aretha
Franklin, yeah.
Reggae song, right?
Yeah.
But she was play now, me remember but I never share. I don't think I'm Rita. I think Roberta Flack did have one album named Blue Lights in the Basement.
Yes.
And she have one reggae music.
Yeah, Bob Marley. She sing for Bob Marley.
I said, I ain't gonna remember. But if you can't find it and play for me, because I'm not too remember this song, but I remember that I love that song there one long time ago.
Yeah, me know the truth.
Way back long time.
You know, so she used to come to Jamaica at the airport. I go visit Capo. Yeah, man, she love Capo, man. She go Capo.
Okay, yeah.
You never know. You never know. No, you never know that.
No, we don't think we didn't know that one.
Yeah,
remember
man.
that.
Yeah, man. She go try to put foot on all them with them, man. Capo, you got Capo enough, man. All right,
but
yeah.
From the first time you asked me about strumming my feet with the fingers, you know, I love that woman.
Kill me, sir. Baba chat about.
I don't know.
You never hear what your name there. Barbara Streisand. You like her Bob Marley, you know?
Yeah, I think me did hear that one.
Yeah, man, she go sing all over Guava Jelly, you know. You never hear Guava Jelly by Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she go sing over Guava Jelly, man. She love him half, man. Barbara Streisand. All right. Yeah, me say me can't find the tune.
Okay.
Yes. All right, sir. Me I tell you, Rebel Salute. Friday and Saturday, you know, so we're going to there. I was to show. Me don't know about that at MC then, but Maccabee, I tell you, Maccabee, man. Maccabee, I want Maccabee do the tune that I play on the radio already. Hey, Maccabee, you can't come to Jamaica and do some tune where the people them not hear me play. I see I got a problem. You understand? All right. We want to play this tune without cut it, you know. But we don't really want the people them stay with them phone card and card information, so you know, say it is well inspired. Yes, very, very sweet poem. The sister chant about visionary man, the African man. You understand? When I stop chant that, and it's not Black History Month, can you imagine, say, we are go through Yasso, from this to this, from February to February, from January to January, and I talk about Black history, Black identity, and I know Black History Month. February, IRFM, I come full speed. When I say full speed, I mean full speed. I don't know if them start till here, but you know, so we are going down at Westmoreland there. Well, as usual, every last Sunday in February, we open up. You understand? Last year was like, wow. You understand? Believe you me. I don't know where can do this year to surpass last year, but it was wonderful on a Belmont Academy there. Anyway, Cutting Edge.
Yes, Muta.
Blessed Mandingo, you know, man.
Yeah, blessings. So last week, we hold on for almost an hour and never get through. So, yes, almost 1 hour.
You're a virgin from England, no call me if you're up on him, man.
Yes, I hear him. But me and you talk after here.
What talk about if Jamaica independence, we're independent.
Yes, you know, and so many times he explain neo-colonialism, which explain why, because the head of state in Nigeria and Ghana is not the queen of England.
Them not that state will come from England.
That's the difference. Exactly.
England did colonize Ghana, but England them not hold on the queen.
Precisely.
Yes.
And same thing in Nigeria. The queen is not the head of Queen Elizabeth is not the head of state for Nigeria.
But obviously, he might tell me it's a Jamaica independent, and me tell him say no independent. He ask me what the meaning of independent. Where want me tell him that for?
Yeah, but so many times you and I and other people talk about this so all over the years, Marcus Garvey Jr. But I want to dedicate this first call of the year from me to the Cutting Edge IRFM. This Thursday, the 14th of January 2016, to my mother, my first teacher, and also to her cousin, Mark. Amy Ashwood Garvey, the first wife of Marcus Garvey, yes, mother's cousin, who was born the 10th of January 1897. So Sunday was the anniversary of her birth. But last week, what I really wanted to get through is a brethren phoning complaining about a letter written by Michael Dingwall in the Observer saying that Marcus Garvey is racist.
Yeah, and I try to define racism, and I define racial, and I define prejudice.
Yes, and you did that. And I wanted to make my contribution to that. I'm glad, because the thing about it is that, you see, both the Gleaner and the Observer in Jamaica, over the years, whenever they publish stories telling lies about Marcus Garvey or distorting what Marcus Garvey was about, and I write to them with the corrections, both the Gleaner and the Observer in Jamaica refuse to print my reply.
But that the brethren said to him, try it.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard him. So I laugh in a way because it's true. What the Gleaner, the people who own and control the Gleaner and the Observer, when they push a propaganda to distort and tell lies about Marcus Garvey. So they're always publishing this guy who call himself Michael Dingwall, and there are some other names, always telling lies about Marcus Garvey. And whenever you write your letters to show that these are lies, both the Gleaner and the Observer refuse to publish your replies. And it reminds me of what Marcus Garvey's second wife, Amy Jakes Garvey, who you also knew.
Yeah, man, from school days, man.
Mother, who used to refuse Theodore Celia the Gleaner, used to refuse the editor to print her corrections to the lies that the Gleaner used to print about Marcus Garvey, her husband.
Yeah.
So it is nothing new. It is a deliberate campaign. And in a nutshell, Marcus Garvey, they're telling lies about Marcus Garvey being racist because Marcus Garvey has come with a black solution, black print solution.
Racial pride.
Precisely. That the only way that we as Africans can be free is by uniting in one organization and working self-reliance to liberate ourselves, which is a racial solidarity. That is not racism.
Racial is not racism.
No time told anyone to go and murder, rape, and kill anyone who is non-African. Very insulting.
And Marcus Garvey did not have the power to decide and determine white people's political, social, and economical endeavor. So there's no racism in that.
Precisely. But you see, as Malcolm X used to say, because the same person and people like that, who the Gleaner and the Observer print, say Malcolm X and people like that are racist, They're always afraid of Africans who preach and practice us coming together in our own African organizations, because they know that this is the way for our liberation and emancipation. So anything to prevent Africans coming together as Africans, they want to do. And as you know, Tomuta, from school days, Kingston Technical, as Malcolm X said, they always want to put some milk in our coffee to put us to sleep. This is why they want to infiltrate under the guise of no racism to be able to control our organization. And that will never happen. And you see that billboard thing, whenever you have time, I want you to play. Yeah, I'm gonna explain. I want you to play a tune by Junior Reid that I used to play and promote from years ago, named Sign Up, whereby Junior Reid exposed how the Grammy, the Billboard, and the other European organizations in music, both in Britain, States, and elsewhere, how they conspire to try to control and steal our African reggae music. It's a deliberate thing. Because the people who own and control the Grammy, who own and control Billboard, they are Europeans with their agenda to try and steal our music. And as Marcus Garvey said, the biggest thieves in the world, and this is the truth, facts are showing it, are Europeans. All over the world they go to steal people's land, culture, anything which is good. that belong to other people, Africans and Chinese and others. They try to claim for themselves. And I love how you make that stand, which I have made, that singers in Jamaica, they must stop leaving their bands behind to go to Europe and other places. It's a way of trying to control and steal our music by preventing our musicians who made the music from sharing in the financial reward of our music
That's right,
to use their European musicians. It's a deliberate thing.
Of course. Of course.
It's a deliberate thing.
All of a sudden, you can't pay the plane fare them. And the same amount of people are going to show, at least more. And you keep it more days now. And you publicize it more now. And you say you can't do what you used to do. Joke business.
It's a deliberate thing. You know what Alton Ellis told me? Alton Ellis told me that he was one of the first reggae artists to go to Japan. He said when he went there first, the majority of the reggae artists on the Japanese shows and in Europe were our African musicians and artists who create reggae music. You see, as the years went by, it started reverse. Till now, we are the minority.
You have Japanese bounty killer, you have Japanese beanie man, you have Japanese dog poet.
This is why, you know, I don't business who are vexed, you know. That's why I don't promote and play the guy named Gentleman from Germany, now Alba Rose from Italy, you know. I promote my African DJs from Jamaica. We create reggae music.
Yeah, man, of course, we create it.
See? And it's me, as you know, did say, cables them with Baby White, Jackie Mituwe invent the organ shuffle. Because you see, Bangarang is Lester Sterling come with that, the scatterlight, Lester Sterling. And Stranger Cole sing on the rhythm, Lester Sterling. The session was Bunny Lee's session. Lester admit to me that Baby White do before he made Bangarang, where he get Stranger Cole to sing on for Bunny Lee. Lester Sterling, Scat Sterling. Original scatterlight. But Muta, you see the work where you were doing? You have to keep on doing it, you know. Because
we can't do nothing else on the radio.
Because what the liars do, what the racist European liars and them and the traitors in Jamaica and elsewhere do, they keep on repeating the lies. And if these lies are not exposed by people like you and I, then people will believe.
So it's true.
And I'm glad you was able to put the sister right, that reggae music is a creation of African Jamaican musicians and artists from Jamaica.
Of course.
It's our own.
Yes.
Just like ska,
just like jazz,
etc.
Disco.
A few it.
Yes. You see, King Tubby's and Lee Casper, them farm now become EDM and become techno and all them something there. All them things
they're not them rip off from what they call drum and bass.
Yeah, man, them call it drum and Scratch Perry and King Tubby's kind of vibes that, but
exactly.
You know,
but they don't want credit it, you know.
No.
And I say it again, as Marcus Garvey said in his writings and speeches, the biggest thief and criminal in the world is the European. Because it is in their nature to go all over the world and rob and steal people's culture and land and murder people for it.
All right,
this is how they are.
Give thanks, brethren. We have to move.
Give thanks, Muta.
Yes.
Keep on doing the good work.
Of course, yes. May I tell you, serious thing, reggae music is a multi... because everybody remember what that I say. Anyway, yeah, blessed. All right, it's, you know, we can't take your call because we don't repeat and tell us, we're not taking the call, we're right here radio. Round at the back there, you understand? So, you have to lock up the radio. Yeah.
Hello, man.
Yeah, man, talk, man.
Yeah, give thanks to life, no?
All right.
Yeah. You know, I want to book a show over America, you know. But you know, so I can't afford you on the band.
You come by myself, man.
You come by yourself?
Yeah, man. You be a poet, you know.
Alright, that's the talk.
Me go all over the world by myself and read poetry. Same amount of people.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, let me not set an example for the rest of the artists.
Oh, me?
Actually, let's say a poet.
Me's a poet. Me not an artist, singer. Me not a singer. Me's a poet. Poet stand up and read poetry.
So you don't have to have no bands with you? No, me
not have to have no band. Most of the time, I don't use no band. Me's a poet. Like me I say, you don't know what poetry is.
Well, I guess that's not for the artist.
No. You can't be a singer and I will go around the place. No, the singer them use other band.
Then come with them tracks and then they cut out the band.
Them never say nothing wrong with that. You never hear me say I better them go use. I bet them use tracks.
Okay.
You never hear me say that. You
never get that, but...
it's something like a fight. You want to fight me when you talk then. If you never hear that.
No, we can't fight.
It come like a fight. You want to fight.
You can't fight the no, I'm not to you. Anyway, I'm not get to show the eye because I just stand up in a long line until me get cut off. It's like some long line where you have at the bank or Walmart or something.
That may I say.
After the cutting next year.
Well...
I'm going to me for the line and I look for some friend.
Which bridge?
Like him. The bridge in Abazio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I just want to know so Jawar look for him.
Okay.
Jawar is looking for him.
Alright, so like a police.
No. No police thing. No
so like a police thing. Alright. He might listen.
No police, I don't just a policy thing, and a police.
Yeah, he might listen, man. He might listen. He not left the program till it done. He might listen.
This is right. That was zero. Jawar looking for you.
Alright, sir. Give thanks.
More I have some man just call before me and answer my question.
Okay.
But I want to know, let me hear with the Belmont thing.
The Peter Touch thing.
Coming up for February. The Peter Touch thing.
Yeah.
Me listened the year before and me listened last year.
Yeah.
But the year before, my ear more dedicated to Peter Touch. And then last year, me hear like a couple changes in life.
Yeah, but there's reasons. Yeah, but there's reasons why that happens still.
Yeah, I don't think them, I don't know. That's why I'm not carrying it.
Our politics. We now get that politics there. Politics, but we have to work it out.
Alright, we get alright.
Blessed, yeah?
Next one. Alright, next one.
Go on, next one. Oh, you done?
Yes, sir.
Alright, yes, him done. Alright, so, make a play this.
Again this week, during a segment on CBS's The Talk, co-host Cheryl Underwood expressed dismay that supermodel Heidi Klum would save the cut hair of her biracial children, saying, okay, I'm sorry, but why would you save Afro hair? You can't weave Afro hair. You never see us at the hair place going, look here, what I need here is I need those curly nappy beads. That just seems nasty. Now, Underwood swiftly apologized, claiming that she was making a joke, but also acknowledging that the misplaced humor touched on a deep place of pain for many African Americans, the social rejection of our hair. While Underwood was taking the brunt of public outrage for her hair joke, we learned this week that a school in Tulsa, Oklahoma has made hair shaming official policy. Deborah Brown Community School in Tulsa, Oklahoma sent a student home for what authorities there deemed an unacceptable hairstyle. The hairstyle, short dreadlocks pinned back with a bow. The student, a 7-year-old girl who by all accounts is a very good student. So now my letter this week isn't to Deborah Brown Community School, even though we reached out to them and were referred to their lawyer who still hasn't called back. Instead, my letter this week is to the most important person in the whole story, 7-year-old Tiana Parker and all the little Tianas in our other communities. Dear Tiana, it's me, Melissa. Tiana, when I saw and heard you cry about not being able to wear your hair the way you wanted, it broke my heart. First of all, Tiana, no matter what your school or anyone else has said to you, we are proud of your hair, and you should be too. In spite of your school's policy that states hairstyles such as dreadlocks, afros, and other faddish styles are unacceptable, for the record, Tiana, your hair is not distracting, unacceptable, a fad, or wrong. Tiana, your hair is wonderful. You come from a people with a beautiful array of styles and textures that range from short to big afros, that come in colors from gray to black, curly naturals that spiral every which way just because they can. And you, dear Tiana, are part of a people who have the choice of sporting dreadlocks, which have a rich history in black culture. Locks have been rocked by the likes of reggae's most indelible artist, Bob Marley, and later generations of musicians like rocker Lenny Kravitz, who wore dreadlocks in his early days. Songstress Lauryn Hill's locks were matched by the beauty of her deep brown skin, and that same beautiful brown skin that you possess, Tiana. Because remember, on top of all this, your black is beautiful. And let's not forget the Queen Bee herself. Oscar-winning actress Miss Whoopi Goldberg hasn't let anyone tell her how to dress or look, and has proudly worn her locks for decades. But if you need inspiration, a little bit closer to your own age, you can look to young artist Willow Smith. Whether she is whipping her hair back and forth or she's rocking the shortest buzz cut, no one tells her how to limit her beauty or her choices the same way that your beauty and choices are limitless, dear Tiana. So your old school might want to revamp its policy, because instead of enforcing a uniform policy for students, it reinforces stereotypes and undermines a sense of students' self-worth. And also, kudos to your mama and your daddy, the barber who takes great pride in your hair, for pulling you out of that school that did not celebrate their child. So here is the MHP show message to you, Tiana, and to all the little brown girls who rock their hair in all its many styles. You are perfect just the way you are, and don't be confused. When you're at school, it's what's in your head that is way more important than what is on your head.
REFM. Thought-provoking. I believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business. And that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil, then you sort of have control of the population. And so they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. Mm-hmm. And it's part of a control tactic.
But wait a minute, you're saying that hell, the idea of a place under the earth or somewhere where you're tormented for an eternity, is actually an invention of the church?
I think the church fired its furnaces hotter than anybody else. But I think there's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment in some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up, because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. They need to accept their responsibility for themselves and the world.
What do you make of the theology, which is quite prominent these days in America, which is that there is one guaranteed way not to go to hell, and that is to accept Jesus as your personal Savior?
Yeah, I grew up in that tradition. Every church I know claims that we are the true church, and they have some ultimate authority. We have the infallible Pope, we have the inerrant Bible. The idea that the truth of God can be bound in any human system, by any human creed, by any human book, is almost beyond imagination for me. I mean, God is not a Christian. God is not a Jew or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist. All of those are human systems which human beings have created to try to help us walk into the mystery of God. I honor my tradition. I walk through my tradition. But I don't believe my tradition defines God. I think it only points me to God.
You and I are emerging people, not fallen people. Our problem is not that we are born in sin. Our problem is we do not yet know how to achieve being fully human. The function of the Christ is not to rescue the sinners, but to empower you and to call you to be more deeply and fully human than you've ever realized there was the potential within you to be. Maybe salvation needs to be conveyed in terms of enhancing your humanity rather than rescuing you from it.
Life is a startling and wondrous experience. And eventually I think we're going to discover that God is unfolding through the life of our consciousness and our self-consciousness and is not a parent figure up in the sky. But I believe because I'm related to something that is not bound by time and space, that I will share in whatever God's eternity is.
REFM, thought-provoking.
Columbus was not the first to discover the Americas, nor was he the first to realize that the earth is round. He was the first, however, in other exploits, namely genocide and the transatlantic slave trade. In 1492, Columbus discovered the Americas when he landed in Haiti and several islands in the Caribbean. The Arawak Indians inhabited these islands. For the second voyage to Haiti, the following year, 1493, Ferdinand and Isabella gave him the resources needed to subdue the population. When he returned to Haiti, Columbus demanded food, gold, and cotton thread, and was increasingly met with resistance. This resistance gave him the opportunity he needed to declare war on the Arawaks. With 20 hunting dogs, horses, and guns, Columbus set upon the Arawaks, tearing them up with dogs and mowing them down with volleys of bullets, and running them over with horses. Reporting back to Queen Isabel of Spain, Columbus boasted, "In the name of the Holy Trinity, we can send from here all the slaves that Brazil will hold." The Spaniards hunted Indians for sport and murdered them for dog food. Columbus would reward his officers with women to rape. Girls 10 to 12 were especially desired for rape. Columbus and the Spanish won the war, and over 3 million Arawaks were killed in the genocide. They completely robbed the land of its gold. This is the truth about Columbus that's not recorded in your history books.
On the other hand, most Americans know today is Columbus Day, at least in 47 states, although Hawaii has renamed it Discoverer's Day after the original Polynesians who populated that island thousands of years ago. South Dakota calls it Native American Day, and Alaska just ignores it like they kind of do everything. But what we're really celebrating today is Taino Genocide Day, the day when Christopher Columbus began to wipe out an entire indigenous population in a way that would even make Pol Pot blush. In 1492, Columbus was on a manic hunt for gold when he set sail and eventually landed on a small island off the coast of North and South America, an island today named Hispaniola, which is split between the nations of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. As Columbus wrote in a letter to the King and Queen of Spain, "Gold is most excellent. Gold constitutes treasure. And he who has it does all he wants in the world and can even lift souls up to paradise." But when he landed in what he called the New World, there wasn't much gold to be found. But he did find something he thought was just as good as gold: people, who, in Columbus's mind, would make great slaves. So he wrote to the Spanish monarchs, "They are well built, with good bodies and handsome features. They do not bear arms and do not know them, for I showed them a sword, and they took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subject them all and make them do whatever we want. And here there are so many of these slaves. Although they are living things, they are as good as gold." What Columbus did to the island and the tragedy he brought to the native population there has been largely erased by time and replaced by a glorified story of a bold explorer who set out to change the planet. In reality, though, as a result of what we've learned from writings by Christopher Columbus's own men, he raped, pillaged, enslaved, and slaughtered people just to get rich. Not exactly the type of guy worthy of a Main Street parade. One of Columbus's crewmen, Miguel Queno, described the scene when Columbus first arrived in Hispaniola for the second time, and thousands of Tainos, or what were referred to as Indians, came out to greet the ships. Queno wrote, "When our caravels were to leave for Spain, we gathered 1,600 male and female persons of these Indians. For those who remained, we let it be known to the Spaniards in the vicinity that anyone who wanted to take some of them could do so to the amount desired, which was done." Queno went on to write that he took his own sex slave, a beautiful teenage girl who, in his words, quote, "resisted with all her strength," quote, end quote, leaving him no other choice but to, quote, "thrash her mercilessly and rape her," end quote. And when Columbus's men did good work, Columbus routinely presented them with their very own sex slaves. But that was just the beginning. Columbus eventually started up a global child sex slave trade, exporting Indians all around the world, as he bragged to a friend in a letter written in 1500. 100 castellanos, as a Spanish coin, are as easily obtained for a woman as for a farm. And it is very general, and there are plenty of dealers who go about looking for girls. Those from 9 to 10 years old are now in demand. Eventually, under Columbus's orders, life for the Taino on their homeland of Hispaniola became so bad that they resorted to mass suicide. As the Spanish missionary Pedro Cordoba noted in 1517, 25 years after Columbus arrived. As a result of the sufferings and hard labor they endured, the Indians choose and have chosen suicide. Occasionally, 100 have committed mass suicide. The women, exhausted by labor, have shunned conception and childbirth. Many, when pregnant, have taken something to abort and have aborted. Others, after delivery, have killed their children with their own hands so as not to leave them in such oppressive slavery. By the time Cordoba wrote those words, the indigenous population on Hispaniola had plummeted from roughly 3 million people before Columbus arrived to only 12,000 25 years later. A few decades after that, not one Taino was left on the island. An entire culture and people completely wiped off the map and largely forgotten, thanks to Christopher Columbus. Happy Taino Genocide Day.
Been used to justify enslavement, conquest, colonialism, the genocide of indigenous peoples. There are literally millions of human beings whose lives have been snuffed out by people who conquered under the banner of a white god. That is a far more significant problem than whether a black writer in 2013 suggests somewhat humorously, but perhaps seriously, that we should change Santa to a penguin. No one's going to die because of that iconography. The white Jesus, white God imagery has literally resulted in death. That's something folks ought to deal with. What Megyn Kelly said was very simply, quote, Santa is white, end of quote, and so is Jesus. So I think the real issue is, if you want to make a joke about Santa's whiteness, here's a way to do it that would not presume white normalcy or that white is the norm. You could say, for instance, and I would, that if there were Santa, he'd have to be white because no black man could break into millions of homes even if he was bearing presents and not be shot by some neighborhood watch captain. That's a way to be funny, but Fox News would never do that because that would presume that they had to admit racial profiling and racism were real. So there's that. I think the real issue is that she made a statement of fact, not for her own opinion, but fact. There's a difference between believing in Santa and believing in Jesus or the Buddha. Buddha did not come from Kansas. Jesus was not born in a manger in central Pennsylvania. He was a man of color, and the fact that we have represented him for centuries, literally as a white man, speaks to the entire history of white supremacy. We can act like it didn't happen. We can make it the punchline of a joke, but the reality is this iconography, Jesus more so than Santa, I agree with Mel here, Jesus more so than Santa is a real problem. There's a reason we've represented these icons as white. It's not a coincidence that we've done that.
Okay, do you think there's something inherently wrong? I understand you saying that a white Jesus has been used to do horrible things, but
here's the difference, and Reza is right. No, Reza's right, but the difference is that the power of others to make Jesus or to make Christ as they view him has never come close to the power of the European power to make Jesus white. In other words, black folks can think Jesus is black and view Christ as black, but at the end of the day, the image that has been used to dominate Christianity in this world and on this planet is the white image. So therefore, you can believe, you can think Jesus looks like whatever you want or that Christ looks like whatever you want. Ultimately, though, there is such a thing as power, and it's not equitable. And so if certain people have been able to impose their image of the Christ, of the Savior on others, or God, or Adam and Eve, the first human beings ostensibly as white people, to believe that that doesn't have an effect is to believe that advertising doesn't have an effect. It's to believe that companies that spend billions of dollars don't actually sell you stuff based on the images they use, which is nonsense.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.
However, that Saddam Hussein did not prove to have weapons of mass destruction. Was the decision to enter Iraq and topple his regime a mistake?
Whenever I'm asked this, I can say that I apologize for the fact that the intelligence we'd received was wrong, because even though he had used chemical weapons extensively against his own people, against others, the program in the form that we thought it was did not exist in the way that we thought. So I can apologize for that. I can also apologize, by the way, for some of the mistakes in planning, and certainly our mistake in our understanding of what would happen once you removed the regime. But I find it hard to apologize for removing Saddam. I think even from today in 2015, it is better that he's not there than that he is there.
When people look at the rise of ISIS, many people point to the invasion of Iraq as the principal cause. What do you say to that?
I think there are elements of truth in that, but I think we've, again, got to be extremely careful, otherwise we'll misunderstand what's going on in Iraq and in Syria today. Of course, you can't say that those of us who removed Saddam in 2003 bear no responsibility for the situation in 2015, but it's important also to realize, one, that the Arab Spring, which began in 2011, would also have had its impact on Iraq today, and two, ISIS actually came to prominence from a base in Syria and not in Iraq. And that leads me to the broader point, which I think is so essential when we're looking at policy today, which is we have tried intervention and putting down troops in Iraq. We've tried intervention without putting in troops in Libya. And we've tried no intervention at all but demanding regime change in Syria. Right? It's not clear to me that even if our policy did not work, subsequent policies have worked better.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking.
Shocking facts about Coca-Cola. 10. Coca-Cola pornography. In 1995, Coca-Cola released a new poster campaign costing $200,000, which was used to promote the sleek reintroduction of their original glass bottle design. They named this campaign Feel the Curves. The designer of the ad was tasked with targeting young Coke drinkers who weren't familiar with the iconic bottle's shape, and he did this using pornography in the form of a woman giving oral sex. Unfortunately, the ad wasn't as subliminal as he'd initially hoped, and it had to be recalled straight after being spotted on a Coca-Cola truck. Needless to say, the designer was quickly fired. 9. A can of Coke should make you vomit. A 330 milliliter can contains so much sugar that it should make you vomit after the first 10 minutes of consumption. However, the phosphoric acid stops that from happening by reducing the sugary flavor. 45 minutes after drinking the can, your body mirrors the same effects as taking heroin by releasing dopamine to stimulate the pleasure sensors in the brain. After an hour, your body crashes and you become drowsy and irritable. It also causes you to urinate the water content from the can, which takes with it valuable nutrients that could have been used elsewhere in the body. 8. Coca-Cola once contained cocaine. Back in the day, Coca-Cola contained an estimated 9 milligrams of cocaine in each glass. It was removed in 1903 and replaced the next year using spent leaves, which are the remains of the cocaine extraction process and still leave slight traces of cocaine. A leaked secret recipe also revealed that a small amount of alcohol was present in the drink. Coca-Cola have now been clean for a number of years and are the only company legally able to import the coca leaves into the US. Their process is heavily monitored by the government to ensure that they don't spike our drinks again in the future. 7. Martin Luther King Jr. tried to boycott Coca-Cola. In Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic speech, "I've been to the mountaintop," delivered the day before his assassination, he announced a boycott against Coca-Cola. King said during his speech, "We are asking you tonight to go out and tell your neighbors not to buy Coca-Cola in Memphis." At the time of King's speech, white workers in Coca-Cola factories were earning more than their black counterparts. This wasn't fully resolved until 2000, when the company paid out $192.5 million to minority employees following a class action racial discrimination suit. 6. Coca-Cola pesticide. In 2003, a health scare over pesticides caused legislators in India to call for a ban on Coca-Cola and Pepsi. The drink was said to contain up to 40 times the amount of pesticide permitted under EU regulations, although Coca-Cola denied this. It was later proven that there were high levels of pesticides in Coca-Cola products manufactured in India, but this was due to the local water rather than Coca-Cola themselves. Subsequently, some Indian farmers were reported to be using Coca-Cola and Pepsi themselves as a cheaper alternative to pesticides. Conventional pesticides cost them 70 rupees an acre, whereas a Coca-Cola mix cost them 55 to 60 rupees. 5. Dasani tap water. In 2004, Coca-Cola released a new brand of pure bottled water called Dasani to the UK, which was said to have a highly sophisticated purification process. This turned out to be reverse osmosis, an extremely common process used in most domestic water purification units. As if it wasn't bad enough to mark up tap water up to $1.50 per half litre, it was also revealed that the water contained 10 micrograms per litre of the carcinogenic chemical bromate. Coca-Cola voluntarily withdrew the Dasani product soon after, saying they wanted to ensure that only products of the highest quality are provided to our consumers. 4. Coke and erectile dysfunction. Coca-Cola was created by John Pemberton in 1886 in the hope that it would wean him off the morphine that he took as a result of injuries from the American Civil War. It was sold in Jacob's Pharmacy as a valuable brain tonic and a most wonderful invigorator of sexual organs. It proved to be extremely popular and sold at 5 cents a glass. Since then, our knowledge of food science has increased, and it is now more likely that the sugar in Coca-Cola would be a cause of impotence in men. A study found that individuals who drank around 1 litre a day had lower sperm concentration and quality than those who didn't. 3. Coca-Cola and the FBI. In 2006, 3 people were arrested after attempting to sell Coca-Cola's secret ingredients to Pepsi for $1.5 million. Pepsi weren't the reliable ally they'd hoped for, as they quickly reported the group to Coca-Cola and the FBI. 2 of the 3 were employees of Coca-Cola and had illegally obtained the information for resale. The group were caught after an undercover FBI team posed as Pepsi executives to retrieve their information. 2. Nazi Fanta. A video celebrating Fanta's 75-year anniversary sparked controversy when it referred to the 1940s as the good old times. The ad was supposedly created to provoke childhood memories, but glossed over World War II and the fact that Fanta was created in Nazi Germany as a result of a trade embargo against them. The ad received huge criticism online and as a result was pulled after just 7 days. 1. Natasha Harris. New Zealander Natasha Harris died at the age of 30 following a cardiac arrest. Family members were open about the woman's unhealthy addiction to Coca-Cola, saying she suffered a number of illnesses years before her death. Harris's teeth had been previously removed due to decay, and one of her 8 children was born without enamel on their teeth. Despite these clear warning signs, Harris was still consuming 10 litres of Coke a day, 11 times the recommended daily intake of sugar. The coroner for the case said Coca-Cola could not be held fully responsible.
REFM.
Hey guys, that was the
thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.
Questions Protestants can't answer. Today's question is, who wrote the Gospel of Mark? And how do you know? I'm John Martinoni, president and founder of the Bible Christian Society, and today's question is focused on the idea of sola scriptura, which is Latin for the Bible alone, or the Bible only, which is one of the fundamental pillars of most of Protestantism, that we can know all we need to know about our Christian faith and about Christian morals by simply picking up the Bible and reading. So this question, who wrote the book of Mark, is a very important question, because what it does is, if all I need to know about Christianity I get from the Bible, if the Bible is my sole authority in matters of faith and morals, which it is for most Protestants, how can they answer that question? Because nowhere in the Bible does it tell us who wrote the book of Mark. This thing right here at the beginning of the Gospel of Mark in Scripture that says the Gospel according to Mark, that's not inspired Scripture. That's put in there by the publisher of the Bible. We don't have any originals from Mark that say, I, Mark, wrote this Gospel, or that say the Gospel according to Mark. So again, if you go by the Bible alone, how do you know that Mark wrote Mark? That somebody named Mark even wrote Mark? And how do you know that that Mark was inspired? Where in the Bible does it tell you who wrote the Gospel of Mark so that you may trust that it is inspired Scripture? Because if you don't know who wrote it, how can you know it's inspired Scripture? This is very, very important. So as Catholics, we need to ask everyone who believes in the Bible alone as their sole rule of faith, who wrote Mark? And if they say Mark, the secretary of Peter and companion of Paul, the next question is, how do you know? Because I read Mark and there's nothing here that says, I, Mark, companion of Peter and Paul, wrote this gospel. Nothing in Luke that tells me, nothing in Paul's letters that tells me who wrote the Gospel of Mark. So what authority are you relying on? It's not the Scriptures to know who wrote Mark.
Why are the people starving? Because the rulers eat up the money in taxes. Therefore, the people are starving. Why are the people rebellious? Because the rulers interfere too much. Therefore, they are rebellious. Why do the people think so little of death? Because the rulers demand too much of life. Therefore, the people take death lightly. Having little to live on, one knows better than to value life too much.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.
Some guy posted my first video on YouTube, and let me tell you, things are getting hot. But don't let my white friends stop you from hearing the truth. Some of my white friends are upset, and for good reason. It's not every day you people get to see the inside secrets we whites have used for decades to dominate people of color. But don't fear. My white friends are just mad, because once you know all the secrets to gaining real black power, they will no longer be able to rule over you, because basically you blacks are the cash cow for white economics, and it has always been this way. Now, let's get back down to business. Today, I'm going to give you 3 more tips to gaining real black power. And this time I will try to keep it short. Last time we spoke about unity, religion, and economics. And while these are very important to establishing black power, there are other factors, more subtle, which you will need if you were to ever rule the world again. The first is self-image and self-love. The reason why you spend so much time trying to be friends with us white people is because you really don't want to be friends with yourselves. Your issue with self-image is a psychological one, which we implanted when we gave you our religion. This weapon was very effective, because it got you black people to fall in love with our image of beauty while at the same time making you hate your own. You see, every time a little black girl watches television, she is systematically being programmed to hate herself. And this is really a crime, because that little black girl will grow up and teach her little daughter to hate herself too. These methods of mind control are called implants. They are very effective, and boy, let me tell you, if I had a dime for every black female who permed her hair, I'd be a millionaire. You black men really have to get it together. For you to perm your hair is saying to the world that nappy, kinky hair is not good enough to wear. To believe this is culturally suicidal and reinforces our white supremacy system on every level. To perm your hair as a black woman is like a shark cutting off its fin. To do this is an open declaration that you hate who you are. And everybody knows this but you. We whites look at you and quietly laugh. We can't believe how you try to suppress your own DNA and then teach it to your daughters like it is some kind of family recipe to make popsicles. This act is nothing to be proud of. You should stop it, and stop it now. I've seen little black girls as young as 5 years old with perms in their hair. This is completely niggardly and self-hating. Some of you black girls take it a step further and wear other people's hair in your heads. How can any self-respecting people do this and keep a straight face? I mean, really. This is ridiculous. I'm sure the Koreans are lefting all the way to the bank selling you blacks other people's hair. And I'd be willing to bet that the Hindus who distribute it are getting a nice payday too. You see, under our white supremacy culture, we take your sicknesses and turn them into profit for us. We know you cannot stand your black skin either and will buy all kinds of creams and lighteners to look more like us. We've made billions of dollars on your dysfunction. This is the way we keep the money rolling in. The sad thing is you hate yourself so much, you are willing to burn your scalp and face to change it. Some I have seen cut their noses down to be more white. Michael Jackson was one of those girls who did this. I mean, guys. Whatever. You get what I am saying. It's all about not being who you really are. But worst is the fact that you can't really say you love others until you can truly love yourselves. Which is why some of your relationships with black men are so bad. He's the deep part. Some of you would diss a black guy because maybe he didn't go to church or have a good job. You would say if he does not believe in Jesus, you cannot date him. Remember, many of the images of Jesus have blonde hair and European features. So you diss the black guy for a blonde hair white guy who's basically a ghost, and then turn around and diss yourself by bleaching and perming your hair to look like the blonde-haired white image we gave you during slavery. Long story short, you were so in love with our image you reject everything that's not us. And that's how we control you. If I saw my white girlfriend trying to put other people's hair in her head and trying to look black, I would not respect her as much as I probably should. Further, I would get her a psychological evaluation because, like a fish shaving off its scales and wearing cat fur to be more like its enemy, a black woman perming her own hair to wear other people's long stringy hair is borderline psychotic. And means the mental evaluation needs to be put in place. You black women are the mothers of all civilization, for Christ's sakes. Going around trying to reject your own birthright. If you ever want to get back on top, you are going to have to stop perming and bleaching yourselves. Teach your daughters and sons to love who they are. And stop watching Sex in the City. It's just a bunch of white women bed hopping and living a lifestyle you will never see. Spend your time teaching your little girls to love being black. Turn those skinny white bitches off and give your babies a future where black girls rule. This is a good start.
Yeah, we say a whole heap of people fly down for this rebel salute. May I tell you? A whole heap of people fly down for this rebel salute. Want to tell you to enjoy yourself, you know. Yes. Reggae music and ganja. I never know so we could have lived to see this happen, you know, but it happened. You know, you have a ganja curb where institutionalize itself right now on Saturday down a Rebel Salute there. Yeah, man, ganja curb. Rebel Salute associated with ganja. Wow. The different levels the music carry you to. So we do it. So, as we say, it's a journey in music, you know, we continue the journey, and even within the music there is the message, you know, and we don't do it like everybody else, you understand? We do it like how we know it to do, and it's really trying to make the people them grasp certain understanding and certain knowing, because we believe. Too much belief. We have to know. Knowledge is power, and you have to know to use that power to protect yourself and to elevate yourself. I just saw it go. Mystic revelation of Rastafari. No night there. We don't need no light because we are the candle light. So you want to know? I want to man shake some man. Cold. You cold there like how the condition, man? What? Like how the condition, man?
First for this long while we feel it a kick.
Like how the you know say what's your name? Tracy come in and ask me could not turn on the air conditioner. Tracy come in and say, we only not turn on the air conditioner. At the time, my brother decided to shake like what. All right, you also know. We're gone, you know. Yes, so you also know. Tomorrow, or a little more. From 2 to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. We'll go to the next artist with Depan Rebel Salute. Friday, Saturday, yes. This is one of the group where Depan Rebel Salute. Listen, Viceroy.